in the immediate future, we are hopping into Stellar Age. And yeah, we are. We're gonna do it now. Let's go.
Right
we'll
now.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yeah. Let's go. Fuck the script.
Let's do this.
We get a script?
don't. I'm actually really bad at following scripts.
Who gave you a script?
I can't memorize anything.
I took my ADD medication.
Let's get excited. Eat shit, tissue box.
Hey!
Knocked over my trash can. You should do the intro.
Who's ready for Stellar Age? I'm ready for Stellar Age. You're ready for Stellar Age. Chat's ready for no.
Delicate.
I'm not gonna assume anything for chat.
Go.
We're getting this going for the next episode of Stellar Age, episode 14 of Second Apex. Tonight's episode is entitled "Of an Intricate Design." From her pod, Dr. Siri looks up at the pistol being aimed at her forehead and simply says, "Oh shit."
Accurate assessment of your current situation. Hi, why are you on the outside of our ship? Oh wait, I think that's my boss's. You wanna?
Dr. Siri, I presume.
Oh, that's way better than mine. Oh.
Her eyes go from her head's not moving now that she sees the pistol. Now it's just her eyes. She looks over in Ragnar's direction. Yes.
All right. So I can only assume you're the ones getting us into a bit of trouble. Who are you sending information to?
First, I would like to clarify that I'm not getting anybody in trouble. You did that well enough on your own. I'm just,
I cocked the hammer back on my gun.
My friend really wants to shatter that brain case of yours. If you want to fucking cuck the sass and actually answer my captain, that would be great. Otherwise, we're spacing you.
I've been sending information to the station.
Well, we know that. That's how we found you.
We were supposed to look for you to begin with, and you ended up on our ship? Like, literally on our ship.
I wasn't aware of that.
What happened to you?
I mean, it's a long story.
Sorry, I cut in on you. I was just curious.
I had an abusive mother.
Okay, well, no, okay.
I tried my best in school to get out.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
I have a question for the GM. If I were to put a round into the side of the airlock, would I rupture anything important?
You wouldn't rupture anything, but let me just give you a frame of reference. The trash compactor when Chewie starts shooting.
That was my second question. Ricochets are potentially a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a possibility of either happening, actually.
I could hit her.
If it doesn't cause a possible hull breach in the moment, it would probably ricochet back around, and I'd be rolling to see what the fuck goes down.
I'm
okay.
going
and Calamity's
to
that smart, at least.
walk closer and kneel down and get into her face. Quit the sass and answer our fucking questions. Who do you report to? How did you get to be on our ship?
I don't have any names, and I was just told to send data from this pod.
Does she seem like she's...
let's see. This is gonna have to be a contested test. A contest test?
Contesties?
No.
But yeah. Check out Dogmite. Use promo code DLG. Something about testicles.
I need you to roll intuition.
Okay. Perception, intuition?
Perception, intuition.
Cool.
That's gonna be 16.
Hell yeah. Liking that number.
She seems like she's telling the truth.
This is very confusing. We were supposed to, like, rescue her or something, right? And now I've got a gun pointed at her head, which I'm getting a little bit of cognitive dissonance there. Not that I'm going to take the gun away. Nothing personal.
It seems like she's telling the truth here.
If she's just sending data, were you writing the data yourself, or did someone give you specific reports that you sent in to Agora?
I was observing.
Yeah, you're also sending data.
Yes, that's part of observation.
Yeah, okay, so that data, that's not observating. That's actually interacting, and Eden starts to getting closer to where Ragna is, and it's just gonna smooth a hand, like, near the thing that she's sitting near, you know, right? The pod, just, like, grab it a little tighter and lean in. You actively sent some shit. Now, did you write it yourself? Or did someone send you information you relayed?
No, I had to write it myself. This couldn't be left to an AI.
Do you, like, need to, like, eat anything? Like, do you need the bathroom? Like,
Do you need the bathroom?
How long have you been in there?
I give her a lead sandwich. That's a thing I could do.
Don't shoot her yet.
Okay.
Listen, yet?
I have a lot of free reign in my job.
Seeing
It's
as
pretty
how
great.
the other person you went missing with also tried to kill us, I'm not going to be entirely forthcoming on you coming onto our ship.
I wasn't trying to kill you.
We had to use magic to get away from one of you last time.
One of me?
Dragonholm. You were taken by the Vanager Consortium?
Taken is a rather harsh way of putting it.
So did you volunteer?
I was volunteered.
So you were told to go there.
I was told I had the option. The other options weren't great.
That's not volunteer.
I was still put into...
Free will's very complicated. By whom? Who told you?
It came from higher up in the company.
Oh, that makes sense. Companies are pretty shitty that way.
so, how is your face with, as he kind of, like, gestures to his own face, like, where the Nemedian is, like, living around her eye?
I mean, Galloway, we could fuck it up if you don't like the way it looks.
It's...
I actually drop my pistol and stare slack-jawed at Galloway after asking the question, how's your face? And then silently mouth, how's your face?
It's... fine. It's... actually integrating rather well. All things considered.
Okay, because we had some people who didn't integrate very well with that kind of technology. So I just want to make sure that you're not gonna... that you're stable.
That... well, I'd have to see who you were talking about. Yeah, I'm stable.
Are you aware of what's implanted in you?
Very much so.
You want to enlighten us?
Not particularly.
Cool. We got, like, medical stuff. Galloway, make with the sensor sweep or whatever.
I should probably at least message Strom to let him know to... It's probably gonna want
Compare
to-
As you
Quarantine
turn,
cell?
as you
Yeah.
turn to go hit it, you like turn away to go to press into your hand terminal, and you notice that Strom is like just eyes at the view window.
Don't you touch it. Don't you fucking... I know what you before. I swear to God, I will shoot you dead.
It's just gonna bounce.
He reaches back over and presses the intercom into the airlock. I'll set up the quarantine procedures. Again.
With additional security, please.
At this point, I'm going to be arranging, if this continues, mind you, I would be arranging to make sure that there was a quarantine every time you people leave the ship. He releases the button. You see him hop down off of whatever he was using to get up to the height of looking in.
I can't believe I owe that guy an apology.
And a
Ugh.
sturdy frame walks back through, and you can see him sealing off the corridor as it heads towards medical.
What is Vanager doing with Median technology?
Vanager?
Wasn't that who you were told to do this? Get this taken care of?
Vanager doesn't know shit.
Okay, well, you're the only one laughing, so I hate being out of a joke.
Vanager's the base of the pyramid here. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Some of my reports are wrong. I thought you knew more than this.
Captain, permission to hit her.
You know what? Granted.
Just looks around a little like, what?
Even like as she had her arm along the coffin thing, she like leans in a little closer and smiles. She's like, really getting tired of your shit. My captain just gave me permission to do the one thing I'm really good at in life.
I'm giving you information.
Are you?
Yes.
So do it better.
Squints.
Clearer.
Maybe start at the beginning or the top. And I don't mean of your life.
Not the childhood trauma.
I'm just saying, like, all right, so there's some kind of grand triangular conspiracy at work here. Top level it for me. Explain it like you would to a 6-year-old. Come on, you got this. I believe in you.
I assume you understand the concept of blind contacts and dead drops, right?
Yes.
Is that like
Yeah.
contacts where you can't see anything in your eyes? Is that like
She actually...
I'm kidding, Captain. I'm lightening the mood.
She does have a moment where she just... You know, I've written several reports on you. I don't know if you actually understand that or not.
Calamity just smiles.
Pretty sure Calamity here understands more than she ever lets on. But,
I was given options. Work at Luna Maria, and my daughter would be taken care of. She'd go to school.
I holster my gun.
Or I could not go, and both of us would have our data stripped, and we'd be turned into jetsam. Because even knowing that the offer was made wouldn't have worked out well for them. So of course I took the job. Turns out the research was very interesting, very intriguing, and we were really making progress on longevity research.
So you were working on just genetics.
She starts to you can see her starting to feel kind of uncomfortable in the pod. It's not padded at all, and she was being kept in from what he can gather, you don't even have to roll for this. It's kind of common knowledge. It does look like a stasis chamber, similar to what you've seen in other situations for extended non-light speed voyage. These were used when FTL tech wasn't as advanced as it is now. They've gone out of style. But when you're traveling without FTL, you need to use some kind of way to keep the body, or at least slowing it down. Maybe not stalling it out completely, but at least slowing it down. This is that kind of a stasis, and it is also, like I said, reminiscent of the Nemedian stasis chambers that you found on Taroa / Vajanis 3.
when was the last time you've eaten?
Oh, it's probably about 12:30.
No, Calamity.
I haven't needed to.
Longevity. You were working on genetics?
Well, my specialty is in is in biochem.
Oh, perfect, because Iso's specialty is in cooking. Come on, let's get her out of here.
We're
Let's go
offering
figure
her
it
a
out.
fucking cake? Wait a minute. Do you guys understand the situation? If we don't get more information from, I'm sorry, tragic doctor on our ship, I feel for you. I do. But also, there's a lot at stake here. She might have fucked us.
Oh, she might have fucked us, and if she did, and she meant to do it, I'm gonna kill her. But it looks like she's just kind of a hostage, really. So I figure, we get a sandwich in her. She'll tell us everything she wants. She'll tell us everything we want, won't you? And I smile at her real big.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I mean, if we
I offer my hand.
if we just kept her in a pod and she was just scared and hungry the whole time, that wouldn't help us get more information out of her anyway.
How many people have you tortured?
I've taken care of people without torture and gotten information.
Fine. Give her the
Wait,
honey.
how many people have you tortured?
I'm gonna
She doesn't have a
assume
cup to sip. Damn it. Sip's imaginary cup.
She takes Calamity's hand.
Alley-hoop.
You can.
I pull her up out of the pod.
She lets out a stiff groan as she gets up. Time spent in that kind of inside a pod like that, she's very. And as she breaks the horizontal plane, you actually see her eyes go wide for a second, and she just leans over the side of the pod and just horfs onto Calamity's shoes. Just
That's right. Get it all out. Get it all out, sweetie. Get it all out. I'm just like slapping her on the back.
It's white and gray. It looks like fucking android blood
Oh god.
from Alien. She's just vomiting that, like, but with like a gray sort of slurry within it, and it's got occasional like tofu chunks.
Is this what came out of you when you got done in the arena, Captain?
No, that was
Okay.
yellow poo of
Okay.
sorts.
Well, different thing at least.
She looks up. Oh,
Oh no, don't worry. I've got a use for that. Don't you sweat it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
She shakily gets up, and you can see that she's wearing essentially the Lilu straps. It's literally just strips of cloth to cover essential areas, mainly for the purpose of protecting sensitive areas rather than harming.
Is there any other implant sites now that she's so very exposed to us?
You can see that there's some going down, clustered around an implant.
On what part of the body?
She's got the neck port
Yeah.
implant, so it's going down her spine a little bit, but it clusters at the implant and actually covers over some of those holes. Inside the pod, you can see the strange, almost biomechanical Nemedian style metal as like a cradle that would have held her in place.
Strom's not gonna like this, but I think you and I have a good class project to work on later. I want to get a better look at this.
I mean, we're still on our way to the Agora station. We're not going to have enough time to properly research before
cut
we
engines.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
You
Also-
cut engines and you stalled out,
That's
specifically.
right.
Also,
Yeah.
Eden's not wrong. Like, we take every minute we can get, and she's smart as hell, so like...
She looks almost a little like red in the ears.
Zep sends a message to the captain. Captain, I don't mean to alarm you, but it just so happens that I am receiving some messages requesting that we resume our course. I told them that we had a slight core flare, that we had to shut things down, and that was the massive deceleration they saw from us as our retros afterburned for a moment, and then just shut down our core. They're only going to believe that for a short period of time unless something actually breaks. Oh shit. Okay. Jumping into the call.
Oh no.
Oh,
Jesus.
Lexia says, you know, maybe, actually, that might not be too much of a lie.
What'd you do, you beautiful bastard?
The housing for the injector that I was working on before
Totally.
might have blown into the manifold itself.
Oh, that's super bad. Oh no. Uh-oh.
I've never been so happy about an engineering faux pas in my life.
I was distracted while I was working.
I regret nothing.
So, yay, we're not lying. And then she cuts out.
Do you need me to send the report, or would you be able to?
Are you asking Alexia or Zep?
Zeb.
Now that I have access to that kind of diagnostic information, I do believe I can keep them at bay for a little bit longer. I'll see if I can maybe run the core a little hot at the same time, make them think that we might be having a breach.
That'd be appreciated. Let me know if you need me to hop on and talk to anybody.
I do have a question. If this is a situation, I know you are busy right now, but is this kind of a situation where I have to be prepared to eject the core and the next site reserves to keep them away? Or should I make sure we still have those things online? Because I don't know if we can do well on impulse with only our emergency next site.
The real question is how fast do we want to get the fuck out of here when we do get the fuck out of here?
Either way, I'm gonna have to talk to someone at the station.
I think you would probably be the better of options. You have a way. And if anything, you can probably feel out their mood.
Keep everything. Don't jettison our core, please.
Just making sure. If I was to be making that choice, I'll still leave it on the table for you to assess in the situation.
Yeah, Captain made her decision. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I look at
You're gonna
Zeb
have
on
to
the hand terminal.
break
It's
the
like,
ship more.
Just for that, I'm inverting controls next time to the way I like them.
What? Why would that doesn't make any sense? It's a flight stick, you absolute piece of.
It's tank controls now.
Inverse.
as much as I appreciate this little,
Calamity just looks at her boots and smiles.
Oh my god.
you're not thinking about, okay, you know what, Zep, do the best you can. Let them know what the issues we're having currently. I'll let you know if we do need to change in any way, shape, or form. Thank you.
You get the little eye blip before it cuts out.
We have a very small amount of time to get as much information as possible. Could we not just drug her?
Again, we probably could, but with like a sandwich.
You know what? Why don't we adopt her and her daughter too, guys? Go! Make her a sandwich!
The fact that you're in microgravity, she's basically semi-floating next to you.
It's a kelp.
All of you still having your mag boots on.
There's also the chunks.
Yeah, the chunks kind of hit the boots and just kind of went out. So you're in an airlock with that.
Oh, we're in suits.
Strom
Yeah.
walks over, looks in, His eyes smile for a moment. Oh, more foreign material. I guess I'll have to make sure it's extra secure for protocols. It'll take another minute. Try not to get any more on you. Hops down.
Oh my god.
Captain,
What?
I'm not apologizing to him anymore.
do you want me and Eden to examine the pod while Strom and takes Dr. Siri here into quarantine for now to sort of.
Seeing as how we were exposed to it, I don't think Strom's gonna let us walk around without quarantining as well for scans.
Well, I mean, like, while we're sitting here.
Yes, while you're sitting here, please take a look at this pod, see if you can figure anything else out. And I look to Dr. Siri. Do you know anything about the people working for what it is you're doing? Any of the people running any of the shots?
I ran research. I met with a gentleman every once in a while. He looked like he was military. He always wore a mask, though.
Blonde hair?
Yes.
Oh, that guy's an asshole. We know him. Don't worry about it. We're gonna kill him.
Oh, he was the nicest one that I dealt with. The
Nah,
guards.
he's still on my kill list. Oh, I can take Strom off this.
Whoopsie.
Who else did you deal with?
Dr. Bragenholm, some of the Vanager security. They would drop off subjects, and we would go to work.
Was Dr. Bragenholm peculiar to you in any way?
He was more enthusiastic about the work than I was.
Enthusiastic. Eden, like, looks to the rest of the group. How would we describe the man we met?
Multi-armed.
Yeah, how many arms did Doctor have when he was working with you?
Troublingly metallic.
Well, he was fond of using the manipulator harness while he worked. Normally, those are reserved for repair crews on the exteriors of ships. He was fond of using it. Said it made him more efficient.
Ooh, it made him more efficient, all right.
When
He didn't need a nurse. That was his main thing. And he was also very good at integrating the psionic signals to give commands.
Question, because how common knowledge is it that psionics is even a thing?
It's common enough.
We don't... Okay,
It's common enough. It's just that some people keep it to themselves because they.
got it.
The opinion still is that psionics are dangerous because you never know when they're monkeying around in your brain.
Sure.
There's that worry. There's the idea that you might be a little bit quicker to respond to somebody if you know that they could crush your larynx with a thought. It creates a different. It shifts the power dynamic in any situation.
Sure. Yeah.
So the idea of psionics is well known and understood.
Okay.
It's still kind of it's not taboo, but it's a sensitive subject.
It's understandable why Galloway would have kept that from us.
It's close. It's close to the opinions expressed against mutants in X-Men. That, like, you know, you're better than us, but fuck you.
Yeah.
You're still a freak. That kind of a thing. But not as drastic.
Sure. Okay.
Allegories.
So he was psionic.
Yes, yeah. Well, his specialty was psionics engineering. He specialized in certain technologies, which was very intriguing. seeing as, well, being a brandfod, that aptitude is usually not found.
Oh, psionics.
Well, if we're not going to cave her skull in, might I suggest a change of venue? Because it smells in here.
It's got a weird, like, it smells like bile. Everybody knows that classic puke smell, but there's like burned rubber and a little bit of singed dog hair, like mixed with that smell.
I will say I'm glad we are wearing our suits in case we needed to open the airlock.
The easiest
Very
way
much.
to clean. I wish I could clean my room like that.
Blow my life into space.
Yeah.
Strom
Bye.
steps up, looking at the looking through the view glass, the viewing glass. Observation window into the airlock. And just kind of
Yeah.
I go push the button to open the inner airlock.
he's holding the interior override.
Push, 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 push. Punch!
He releases it, so the number of times you've been pressing it actually kind of starts opening and closing the airlock a little bit. No, you don't touch the handle while I'm trying to unlock it.
Sorry about that, Strom. Let's get us what we gotta do. Let's go through our procedures.
Your day will come, little doctor. Don't
but-
test me.
By the way, anybody in chat that's tossing in 500 around 500 bits, if you let me know what direction you want your points to go, if not, I'm gonna put it to whichever one's lower. So right now they're catching up to. That's going to fortunate points. So either put fortune or fatal.
Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa!
DBM.
DBM just dropped 10 gift subs?
Oh my goodness.
Yep. DBM apology accepted. You're allowed to be on Video Game Fun Time again. Thank you.
Oh my god.
What happened? What?
Long story.
Oh, no.
Wow, okay. Everyone,
Yeah, let me
new
see those
horns.
horns.
New horns, use your horns.
Oh.
Alright. Normally I try to focus on the game, but holy shit. 10 gift subs is pretty fucking awesome. DVM, you're nice.
Good dude.
Alright. So yeah, if you do toss in bits, remember to put in
The
whether
master
it's
plan.
fortune or fatal. Fortunate helps the players. Fatal helps the story get more interesting.
Listen, don't you worry, we're only one away from 10.
Oh,
on the
fuck yeah.
churn?
Earn that churn.
We're coming for it.
God.
So next.
So close.
All right, let me get focused again. So the door finally opens after the back and forth.
Sure, the motors
Child.
appreciate that.
And yeah, you can hear Alexia groaning in the distance. Just it's so appropriate.
Yeah.
The doors open and Strom just stands there. This new passenger seems sick, Galloway.
Yeah, I wanted them to come to the med bay, but these two wanted to shoot him for a while. But that's let's get him checked up first.
Yeah,
At
they
point
will
of
have-
order, Eden wanted to punch her.
Yeah, there will be a security escort anywhere she goes on this ship. I don't care if you have to feed her along the way, but she will not be left unattended.
Oh no, I agree with you on that.
Why would you not use your... Oh, of course. No. Oh, of course. Arbiter... He's fully aware. The Arbiter is fully aware of a medical officer's override of command in times of medical necessity. But of course, he made that decision. Someone walks over, grabs her, gets her by the arm. He's not like goon handing hard. You're in 0G, but he's able to help direct her. The rest of his body is tense as hell, but he's actually showing some decorum when dealing with a patient or a potential patient. As he starts guiding her in that direction, he turns around and he says, I assume you understand how to decon the airlock, seeing as there's foreign particles floating around in there. I'll take care of this.
Did no one hear me when I said doesn't go anywhere with that security escort?
He looks her up and down. By the way, he is in a void suit himself.
That's good.
He says, I'm not at risk of contamination, and she doesn't look like a danger to anybody else. Starts walking.
Eden, you can just go with, or do you? I'll go with. I've got the gun, aforementioned, and I'll take care of this. You work on Danger Pod.
Yeah, we'll check out the pod and.
I'll go with you, Calamity.
Do we have secondary security officers on our ship?
Nope.
There's not a lot of us.
Just me. Okay.
I told you
That's right. You get your assistant. I don't get an assistant.
Well, no, you've got a pilot that doubles as security.
I'm gonna go with Calamity. Following them,
Calamity
while you guys,
security.
because I
Double
figured you'll
security.
know how to get rid of the stuff in the airlock.
Without losing the pod first.
Yes.
You've also got Alexia.
Yeah, we have Alexia.
Looks like I figured you're kind of busy right now, though, because we legitimately broke our ship.
Yeah. Oops.
Well, I'm talking about possible possible secondary security.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
fair.
ability
Sorry,
to
yes.
channel psionics into her fists and punch through a bulkhead might be a helpful,
Punching your way into my heart.
Lexi is what Armika wishes she could grow up to be.
Wow. Wow. All right, Doc.
Muscle power for you. Okay. Anyway,
Talk it down. You push it down.
sorry, FGC coming up. So, Ragna and Calamity are going with Strom and Dr. Siri to medical, as Galloway and Eden clean up the waste and also have time to further inspect the pod now that it's open. So, which side wants to go first? I'll allow players to choose which group should go first. I'm not going to force either on you.
Do you want to roll stuff on the pod? Find out information on it?
Yeah, let's start some pod.
I mean, they're going to be happening simultaneously, so...
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Actually, that works for me because I super need to use the bathroom for like 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
1...
Okay, smart ass, thank you.
I don't know why, but I thought Fox was just gonna go behind the screen. Because you look like you were burning, and I thought we were gonna get like a boudoir burlesque performance.
Just me peeing?
It's just... there's a chamber pot back there you didn't know about. And it's just gonna...
Not
Why
that
don't
kind
you
of
roll some dice for a second while I go to the ladies' room? There's a thought.
not that kind of stream.
Well, a stream, yes.
Don't cross the stream.
Y'all.
I quit.
Oh, god damn it. All right.
Anyway,
Let's just-
educated. minds.
Galloway and as Eden, basically there's a it's a sci-fi advanced high-tech level dustbuster essentially.
Yep.
That you can use to pick up particles that are left floating. We have them now to a degree, but it's mostly used. They actually have it's like turkey baster technology that they use to collect liquid on the space station.
Okay.
This is mechanical. Obviously, you just hold it and there's a little and you can just use it to pick up any floating particles and such, and it also cleans surfaces. But it keeps it in a contaminated contain a contamination-proof container. So is Eden just?
All right, what are we looking at?
Let's see. You said that like some of the siding of it had like the Nemedian design on this pod, or
There's some Nemedian tech to it, but the interfaces that have been put onto the exterior of the pod are it was Tuathan programming on Milesian tech, and then there was also on the interior there's Nemedian tech, but you can also see that there are influences from actual living Kaitoan style technology that is integrated in with the Nemedian technology almost seamlessly. It's kind of disturbing.
okay, well, it seems like we got like a big old melting pot of backgrounds of technology all working together on this
Good,
thing.
it matches our actual big scale problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Give me a technology test.
yeah, let's do that.
Can I assist with like security or engineering since Milesian bits?
Yes. Roll the test first, and then if you succeed, you're gonna give your stunt die to him, and then he gets to select which of the two stunt die.
Okay.
Right. That's what we're doing.
That's not the actual help rules. I can't really find them, but I feel like that's a fun way of
13.
doing assistance.
I dug around. I couldn't find any.
13?
Yeah, no.
You're not a hindrance, but you don't particularly help. You're too busy chasing globules
God.
as they float through.
Trying to get the vomit.
Ow.
Basically a Stellar Age dustbuster, just
Yeah. This is what I've been reduced to.
handheld wet dry vac.
I got a 16.
A 16?
Yeah.
From what you can tell, it's been modified to be some kind of stasis chamber. The Nemedian technology seems to be focused around the spinal column region and a large cluster that sits as a spire that may connect, similar to what you saw on the back of her neck, by the base of the skull.
Does this look like anything remotely like the neuro connections that Tuathans use? Because we have the ports along the back.
Oh, this looks nothing like Tuathan or Milesian tech for that purpose.
The concept of how
The
they
concept,
connect.
yes.
Yeah.
But not, you're not 100% sure because there's no actual, like, there wasn't an obvious male-female integration between the two
Okay.
in terms of port alignment. One of the biggest oddities is that it doesn't look like there was any kind of storage for nutrients.
I kind of,
But that's about all you can get off of it.
It doesn't seem like there was any sort of nutrients that Dr. Siri would have had on board this type of pod. I have a theory, but I mean, nothing.
Do you think that
hard
they're?
science.
You think that they were able to give her something that put her her metabolic system like at rest? That shit she vomited up, right? Maybe we can analyze. And she shakes the bag, and she's holding the space duster. Whatever is in here, the contents of her stomach, maybe it was something drug-wise that we can actually analyze.
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely analyze that in the labs, but again,
She slowly just is like, here you go.
Kind of awkwardly sloshes in the tank. Sounds a little gloopy.
We'll get to it.
Like shaking a lava lamp.
Because we're in microgravity, it would form little like spheres of goo.
And we'll just
But,
Oh god.
around the
I-
inside.
I think the other thing that we're interested in is
High surface tension.
how she was able to relay this information to the Agora station? Like, what's like the data transference?
interface for her.
Yeah,
Asthma stream.
it seems like
I'll be
with
right back. I have to
the
use the restroom myself.
seems like with this
One.
I didn't give a timer for myself. Thank you very much.
seems like with like this integration of Nemedian and Kaitoan. You saw when she came out, she had like some of that Nemedian tech going down to like her neck, kind of like your port. But the tech here, it's not too often, so
It's probably essentially their more sophisticated, I would assume, neural network. I'm not 100% sure how the actual interface is, which lacks the full connectivity that ours has. But I mean, if she was able to cognitively be present to make these reports, but her body was in stasis, it's similar kind of,
I mean,
but more sophisticated compared to the cockpit we found with the pilot before it was just the brain.
you're right. So she must have had some sort of like ability to be aware of her surroundings, but I guess if she was
So keeping the mind present.
Yeah, I mean, to some degree, but even then, if she was on the outside of our ship, like, I mean, I don't think the walls are so thin that they can hear every conversation through
She
them.
clearly hacked in. Look, she was able to make it go through engineering, so she had access to all the pathways on the ship. So if we're making system logs and everyone's making their reports, other than Ragnar writing things on paper, if she was able to hack our systems, that's the only thing that she wouldn't have access to.
Okay, so
I remember, girl.
let's just ask her. Well,
Has nothing to do with why Ragnar keeps paper
No,
reports
but
in any way,
in
shape,
this-
or form.
In this moment, being like, I see this highlight.
she made it
Seen hacking though.
from her point of
Can't hack
view.
a book.
It made it sound like that she.
Unless you get the webcams and then you look via security footage to
Yeah.
what you're writing down on paper. And continue.
She seemed like
And I was
from her
thinking it.
from her point of view that she wasn't doing something harmful toward us. So I would imagine
I wouldn't
hacking.
be so generous. I mean, she's being blackmailed, her life and her daughter's life, to do this thing. I don't think morality comes into play. She didn't exactly seem favorable or apologetic.
I mean, I would assume she'd be like that because she still fears for her daughter. Would be my best assumption.
Well, if she still fears for her daughter, she's not going to tell us shit then. So either she trusts us and we'll have to probably adopt some girl's daughter as well, or she doesn't trust us and then she's not going to tell us shit.
I mean, is that other option really that bad though?
What? Which one?
The adopting daughter thing,
You know
like
what?
that
If you
doesn't
wanna,
sound
if
like
you want
that
to
bad.
payroll adopting strangers, go right the fuck ahead. Like, but the ship, unless she has something she can contribute, and she's constantly followed by security officers, I don't know if this is a viable employment source for her.
I mean, based on what Ragna's told us from our entry into the Agora station, I don't think we're gonna be the ones dealing with her once we're sent on
Which
our
is
ways. or
why I think we
whatever.
should drug the bitch and get as much information as we can out of her now, because the second we hand her off, we might never hear from her again, or whatever answers she could potentially tell us. But you know, if we want to bake her some fucking cakes, great. Why don't we do that?
I mean, do you want to like punch the pod? Would that help?
You know, it doesn't have the same give as physical matter.
I got this.
Oh my god, the vomit bag. It'd be really terrible punching it and then it just explodes back up and you The worst punching
I
bag
know.
ever. It's just a vomit explosion like a pinata. And then we have to clean it back up again.
Yeah.
Just Strom like
But really, I mean,
how can you be so trusting?
it's not that I'm trusting, it's that like we just don't have to be so fucking aggressive about it.
You've never lost anything in life, have you?
I've lost my appetite.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair.
If that is not the most fucking gallow response I have ever goddamn heard.
Oh,
That is so fucking funny. I might black out.
Shit. I'm writing that down.
Yep. I think that deserves being written down. Wholehearted.
I mean, there's just still pieces. We didn't even know about anything going on with this Nemedian stuff when we were on what's the other station?
Mormo?
When we were on Mormo Station. And somehow she got put onto the chain while we were docked at Mormo Station.
So we pissed them off with the initial interception of the ship, right? And that was enough so that by the time we got to Mormo Station, they already knew we were going to be a problem.
Yeah, but she also made it seem like we were supposed to know more than we already do, like the Vanagar Consortium is at the bottom of their proverbial totem pole. So, and we thought they were much higher up on said totem pole.
It's a face, right? A medium to interact with all the shit they need.
I suppose.
I greatly apologize for that.
It's okay.
Back in frame. Relaxed and ready to go.
Is on the stasis chamber, is there okay, you said the inside interface was like a mixture of Nemedian and Kaitoan, so there's not like something that's we can easily try to like get data out of or anything?
I said the spinal connector for the implant is. If you were to try and hook up to it the way she was, you wouldn't be able to. Didn't say there wasn't any other data port possibilities.
Okay, you said on the outside it was more like Malaysian and Tuathan. So
I would
need
same, but could you hook me up?
I mean,
so
I don't
into this
think
plan.
I don't think I should.
Somewhere Calamity smiles and she doesn't know why.
Oh, my feeling, the butterflies. Ooh. Well, unless we find an exterior data port on, she's looking it over. I think you should try and see if we can get a neural connection.
Back in medical. Strom has helped her into the medical bay and taking her past the tables / reclining couches that you normally sit in for medical examination and treatments, takes her over to a intensive medical pod in a way. Think of it like there's like 3 of them in the medical suite. They are 10 feet tall, 2.5 meters wide. Wow, I just used feet and meters like a dumbass. 3 meters tall, around about 2 meters wide. They open from a curved hatch on the front so that somebody could be placed inside, the hatch covered, and they're basically suspended in a tube. In microgravity, suspended. In normal gravity, there's at least some kind of curvature to the back of it so that they can lean up into it and be reclined in a way. You also know that these are connected as part of the containment treatment process, and all 3 of them are connected to ejection tubes that lead directly out into the void.
Oh, handy.
Strom gets her in,
Probably
closes
shouldn't
it.
tell her those go straight out into the void, huh?
Leave that for later. Just in case.
Good call.
The movement after being taken out of the pod still has her rather just woozy and disoriented. Strom gets her in there, closes the pod. She kind of looks around and just one pod to another. Just what I wanted.
This one's comfier and bigger. Look, it's like 2 meters wide. You can spin in there. Do a flip.
Don't mention spinning.
Right. About that. Captain, I'll be right back. There's just a very brief scene of me opening, whistling and opening, oh god, the XO.
Zep.
My other pilot.
Oh no.
Zep. Opening Zep's door, like floating up to the ceiling, pulling open a vent, throwing the boots inside, shutting it. Shutting the
Frank
door behind
Ward.
me.
He did fart. He started this.
Invert that, dickhead. On the way back, though, I would stop by Issa, just be like, if you could just get something for to calm a tummy, nothing too intense, or like a soda crackers or something. I don't know, whatever you got.
I think I have an old rice porridge recipe I can make.
Oh, make sure the texture's not too slimy, and I think it'll work. Thank you. We'll be in medical.
I'll go with Brady then, as she turns and goes towards the galley. Jesus. Giving somebody who just yacked it all up fucking oatmeal, essentially.
Now you eat it again.
God. Suddenly this turns into audition. Ugh.
Aww.
Anyway.
That delightful note.
Strom is whiling away at the control console right next to the pod that Dr. Siri has been put inside. She looks comfortable enough, obviously. In this case, Calamity was 100% on point. It is far more comfortable in there than it is. Like, the surfaces are actually soft cushioned surfaces. It's not like a bathtub style surface where it's just hard, unforgiving. In this case, probably a plastic steel hybrid. Your old plasteel sci-fi material that doesn't really exist. And she seems semi-responsive for the most part, but you can see that now on the surface of the pod, several monitor overlays have started to pop up, giving heart rates and taking live toxicology as well as blood pressure and all your appropriate vitals that you might want.
I wish Gallo was here. He would know what any of this stuff means.
I'm not even gonna pretend to believe like I can read any of that.
Strom looks at Calamity.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, of course.
Oh no.
We'd need him here to decipher all of this medical
You
information.
suddenly have a stomach ache. Are you okay?
Strong,
Yeah,
please.
see, you agree with me, see, right? The stuff is like, it'll be in like cryptic runes, or Nemedian,
I'm gonna
actually.
look at
So
Strom.
He could only work faster with his hands if he had the Ghost in the Shell hand split
Oh, I want that.
with this nervous typing that he just started. Aggravated typing.
Oh.
Strom, please let me know if there's anything strange.
There have been a few things to start. But if we were going to pick one thing right off the top, I'd say the implants.
Yeah, definitely Nemedian. It's not too authentic.
I read the reports.
It's
Crayon I
making-
could read of Galloway's.
Oh my god.
That guy's a 4-foot-tall heart attack waiting to happen. So, speaking of the Nemedians...
He takes blood pressure medication like fucking Mentos. This is medication, you know.
Medication. Daddy needs his pills. Food's on the way, but until then, speaking of the Medians, since you're kind of in a big tube thing, we have been running into some big tube things as well. What do you know about the Medians?
Strom?
Oh no, I was asking.
Oh, her?
Dr.
Siri?
Dr. Siri.
Okay. Kind of, like I said, she's barely lucid.
Okay.
Now that she's in for the pod to do its work, it does give a mild sedative, a combination of sedatives, anti-nausea,
Anxiety, probably.
anti-anxiety, as well as a few equilibrium stabilizers.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
So she's she's like I said, she can respond though, but her lucidity is not 100% snappy.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe she'll be less snappy.
What I was thinking.
So we're going to go into some social combat right here.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, I'm here. That's why I came
Thank
with
God.
you.
Yes, good.
Good call.
Communication 0, you say.
So we're going to be using some fun, slightly modded rules from another system for this. Excuse me. I need to get to... That's right. NPCs are listed under threats in this in this book.
They threaten my heart on this crew.
Not a hooligan.
I mean, I think in Gallo's case, Strom is
No, he's very much a threat.
he's a potential threat. Not
yeah.
out of like anything Gallo would do to him, but because of what Strom may do to Gallo.
I mean, he's put in reports on you, my dude. Like a lot of them.
But also he watches telenovelas.
I did give that to you.
I know.
So your
Yeah,
social pool, your social health pool, is willpower plus self-discipline plus 10.
Got a 13.
I'm actually okay.
14.
Okay.
I have a 13.
I have a 15. Am I good at this?
Willpower.
When we roll off against each other, we are going to be reducing that number if we succeed at the target. Well, for every target number, a quote-unquote attack, by stunt die degrees.
Okay.
So whatever you roll for your social adjustment, whatever you roll for your social attack, so to speak, will be adjusted. The damage done will be off of that. So those are going to be communication tests. And the social soak, so to speak. Well, no, I shouldn't say social soak. The target number for convincing somebody else is willpower and willpower plus courage. So if you have courage, it's a willpower focus.
None of us are courageous.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently,
maybe, I
Jesus.
guess not.
It's gonna be 9 plus that, plus willpower and courage.
So the target number for me would be 11.
Yes. And the target, so for her, target number is 11. All right. So anytime somebody makes a social attack, so to speak, that's what we're going to base it off of. That's her defense.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So since you asked that question, Calamity,
Hi.
please roll communication persuasion.
Sure, I can get right on that. Let me just roll 3 dice and add them together.
Oh, oof.
I know that feeling.
Inside the thing. There we go. 10.
Do you spend fortune to swap something?
Yeah, if you want to
Passive?
push fortune. No. You can't spend fortune to reroll in this game. I mean the fortunate points, the stunt
You can
points.
use your health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you can use fortune to turn the dice.
I can turn that 2 into something. Trying to think here.
All you need
'Cause I
is
got-
one more in order to make the number. So you could just use 3 to turn that 2 into a 3 and make the 11.
Sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Turn up the churn.
Yes, we're at 10 now.
Yeah.
Turn.
Yeah.
Also, what's your fortune at now?
Oh,
24.
fantastic.
Okay, 24 out of 27, but I can't heal you on that. Okay.
Nope. This is expended. This is not damage.
Yep. I don't think either of us
I
are
roll.
hurt, right?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry, I was asking about fortune.
Okay, I was trying to make sure that whatever you asked was appropriately taken care of.
I'm fine.
You at full health?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't say fine. No one believes that.
I'm fine.
Fine. I'm fine.
Fine is
Mm,
not a
that's-
good word.
27?
Same thing it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts you at that. So let me double check.
What do we got?
Talking to the nice tube lady, getting along just fine, because I'm lucky.
All right. She kind of through the haze of the now applied medication. She says, forgotten, long dead civilization. Really advanced technology. Used to live here. Why?
We'll get into that if you prove yourself trustworthy in the situation. What type of reports were you sending on us? What did they say?
They were slanderous. We actually, I think we that was from earlier. They were
I
like,
don't know exactly what they were saying. I
oh,
want to know what ill
That's the
information
thing.
has
oh,
been.
okay.
We had a vague idea. We were getting narked out, but we don't know in
Yeah, I thought
specifics.
what we know is that it was reports of what we were doing, like our normal reports, but it was all under like a really negative light to make it look like anything we were doing was like shitty.
I'm gonna let you select right now. I'm letting you know the direct approach that you're taking is probably going to be based off of a intimidation focus. Okay, if you want to be more for the persuasion roles, a less direct path in the way you present the questions. But right now, rather than having you readdress your question, I'm going to let you roll persuasion right now.
Okay.
But for future questions.
Makes sense.
Gonna burn some fortune.
I don't need to.
Oh,
Gonna up the churn probably.
Ooh.
16.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But that's 6 on the stunt die.
Okay.
Ooh.
What was Calamity Stunt die at before, by the way?
Oh, 4.
4. Ooh. Just, standard standard observation reports, just what you were doing. Maybe little psych profile from what I remember from school. Why have you been going to all these places? Oh. She's not really pushing though, so nah. Continue.
Well, we were asked to find you and Dr. Bragenholm and came across some strange occurrences along the way.
I guess it might seem strange.
Especially because we don't know Who's doing this?
That's a good question. Roll again.
I make it. It's 13,
Mhm.
and the stunt die is a 4.
Okay. I don't know exactly who. I just know that masked guy. What was his name?
Ooh, should I blurt out his real name or his Jared Doom name?
Well, if he's only been the mask, Jarek Doon would probably be better.
Oh yeah, no, you mean Jared Doom. That guy. Right?
No. He called him something stuffy.
God, isn't that the truth? Ugh, that guy sucks so much.
He was really.
Oh God, what was his first name? Shit.
Connor.
Connor!
No.
No?
We didn't know his.
Marquis.
Connor's-
Oh, you're not there.
I'm not there. I was
Yeah.
letting you guys know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Marquis?
That's right. We were forced to call him Marquis. He wouldn't
Marquis Zabel by
tell
any
us-
chance?
No, just Marquis.
Huh.
He just wanted us to help find out how we could get this Nemedian artifacts operational again and use them for something. We just thought it was a great opportunity to work on medical applications.
So you have no idea what they were using it for.
No, you weren't allowed to know.
Seems a bit strange they'd keep you out of the loop since you were the one doing the research on it.
They seem knowledgeable enough.
It actually, honestly, isn't necessarily that weird. Companies do this all the time, where they'll compartmentalize like research and development and stuff. So the left hand doesn't really know what the right hand is building, and then another party puts it all together. It's a good way to hide weapons research. I don't know why I would know that.
I look at Calamity.
Calamity smiles.
Make seeing tests. Perception seeing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, move up that churn, baby.
Up to 12. Did you roll for the churn when it got to 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a 18.
Oof.
And a 15.
Nicely done.
I also would have upped the churn for what it's worth.
Both of you start noticing she's kind of lazily rubbing at the implant eye. And when she pulls her hand away, she's kind of keeping it closed. Her eyes are kind of, because of the medication currently flowing through the pod, she's kind of already half-eyed, heavy lids. But her right eye, she keeps kind of like squinting a little bit, almost like she's got like a stray eyelash poking in. As she just occasionally rubs at her eyes, but her obviously tired demeanor is, to the untrained eye, might seem normal, but you're starting to notice that it's specifically that eye that's starting to look a little irritated.
Is your eye bothering you?
Yeah, it's like I got something, like an eyelash or something. She pulls her eyelid down, and you can see the Nemedian metal is actually on the underside of the red, just starting to poke at the bottom of the eyeball itself, the lower ridge.
Hey, angry doctor? Can I have a word with you for a second?
Strom looks at you, looks at Calamity, visually acknowledges, but then doesn't, and goes right back to typing.
Perfect. And I head over to where he is, just kind of like lean in very quietly down next to his ear. Hey, I don't know how any of this crap works, but can you do that thing where they can tell how much percentage she's like becoming a evil cyborg?
Turns to Calamity. Oh, you were talking to me. You see, my name is Dr. Bragenholm.
Dr. Angryholm, yeah.
What?
Wait,
Wait.
Sean?
Bergren,
Okay.
sorry. 2 B's
Yes.
on 2
Oh,
brand
God.
mod.
No, his consciousness has been downloaded into our doctor.
Sphincter unclenched.
Branfod, Bergenholm,
Yeah, no, I see it.
Bergerin, and
But also,
Bragenholm. You see where I
you put
got
it
my
beyond
moment.
you. And
I also mentioned him today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
My name,
everything's fine.
You're talking to me. My name is Dr. Bergerin.
Okay, Burger, Doctor Burger, Doctor. Anyway, point is, yes, I remember there was like a thing where people could scan and see how much of a percentage of the Dominion stuff was in them. Saturation, I think they said.
He
can you do that?
he reaches across and slides the toxicology up in front of him. And he brings up known and unknown chemicals that are within. Obviously, there's a medication list. He points, these are the medications.
Uh-huh.
This is the unknowns that I have, although I do have a few readings because of...
Neat. Okay, so is it getting bigger, the weird unknown stuff? Is it like increasing over time?
Well, what Galloway had listed as... what was the number I gave?
N3.
N3. What Galloway had listed as N3
Uh-huh.
is rather stable.
Okay.
When we had found her, it was at
5%.
5%. Yeah.
Okay, stable's good.
So what did they implant you with?
She kind of... she hazily looks back and forth, looks at you, and you see the implant ridges ripple along her eye. It's for interface with the fused tech. It relies heavily on psionic aptitude. I don't have that naturally.
So it's giving you psionic capabilities.
Nascent capabilities. It lets me interface with the technologies. Kind of like how the Kaitoans evolved. They had that too. And for a moment she stops. And the vitals go blank.
Captain, that's not normal, right, Strom?
Strom takes his hands off the console. No, it says she's flatlining. Hold on, and he starts hitting, addressing the console. And you can see that actuators are starting to, or articulated manipulators are going out, grabbing her by the wrists, holding her down to the surface. Within those cuffs, You can see needle points gripping in to her wrists.
I start tapping on the side of the pod. Remember where your daughter is. Remember your daughter. She needs you.
Still a red code is being shown. As Galloway and Eden were coming in with their jug-o vomit, they see in one of the isolation tubes the red lining
You said I couldn't hear.
crashing.
We didn't do anything. I think it's something to do with the implant.
Yeah, good news. You might just get your wish anyway, Eden.
Maybe
Galloway,
get her-
she's crashing or flatlining or
Do we need to get her
deading.
back to the pod with the interface?
I don't know. Strum, how does it look?
She was fine. I was running full toxicology on her. She seemed to be doing perfectly well. I don't understand. I
Just Doc, come up here to the thing. Look at the here.
What if it's an
I'm
off
here. I'm
switch?
looking. The
make
pod.
a
No.
medicine test.
The implant.
Mm.
Oh god, what if it's like a self-destruct mechanism?
Exactly, yeah.
Shit.
Listen. Okay, so that's gonna be a 20.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You've seen something similar to this. It's almost like her body is rejecting certain parts of her own system. It's her heart, but her body is going through rejection, and the heart is having trouble receiving signals.
Gosh, it'd be great if we had Dr. Bragenholm here for rejections.
All of a sudden, her back arches, and the vitals start going wild. So she went from like 0 to about 300 on her BPMs.
Galloway's gonna from the charts and the data, he's gonna check to see how the N3 status is.
The N3 status is stable. But there's another unknown in the system that is listed as US, unknown substance, 1. That is starting to spike.
Thoughts on putting her back in her pod? It might be better suited to take care of her needs if it held her and sustained her for that long. We may not be able to figure out and keep her like this because
Every muscle in her neck is tensed. Her shoulders are in full contraction as her entire body seems to just every muscle seems to be contracting all at once.
He's gonna go onto his comm. He's gonna calm Alexia. Get the pod from the
Airlock.
and bring it into medical bay immediately.
Alexia's comes back immediately, but I'm in the middle of the manifold right now.
I can get it.
I've already left.
Yeah,
Like,
Eden
as
starts
soon as
running
Eden said
after.
something, just whoosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ragnar can make a scene test. Because Galloway's focused on the terminals in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar's the only one that's kind of detached, kind of
Taking in the
oh.
situation.
I'm up against a glass watching her.
Yeah.
Want some stunt points?
15. Yeah, if I could use
You
some
would
points.
wholly
on-
have my permission in this case.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
Always.
Pull from the pool, man.
What do you want?
What do you think? 1 on an aha?
Yeah, at least go for it.
1 for an aha?
Yeah.
Okay. You see what looks like from the ocular ridge, where the Nemedian metal sits against her bone. You see what looks like filaments shooting out, thin at first, but they start to gain a girth to them.
Oh no.
And they start to bend. And they start to resemble the legs of a house centipede.
Oh fuck.
I hate this off switch. I don't like it.
It's those fucking things again. There's one coming out of her fucking eyeball.
Dr. Galloway, with his 20, starts recognizing it's subtle at first, but it's starting to increase. You notice that her and this pod has this because cyborgs are a thing. They have the ability to judge organic versus inorganic mass. You notice that her organic mass is starting to shift. It's reducing.
Oh, it's starting to look like a bug.
She's having increased rapid tissue loss.
Oh god. My least favorite phrase. God. Ugh.
Man, the replicators couldn't do organics. This is the next step. God, imagine if they could.
Is there anything we can do to knock her out for now?
Strom looks completely lost, and he actually looks a little panicked.
Oh.
Oof.
Galloway, I need you to make a willpower, and I have to double check
Oh, I have an idea.
the...
Oh no.
Nope, that's the other book.
The other book.
That's my username on Grindr.
The other book? Wow.
Oh yeah, baby, I want to show you the other book.
Cover to cover.
It should be
Back to
titillating
back.
and also terrifying.
It's got a real hard cover.
Oh my god.
Be
You
careful.
never judge a book by the cover. You need to see what's inside.
Oh.
Lay flat binding.
When you stock it, does it go on the bottom shelf or the top shelf?
Can I quit? I keep saying I'm gonna quit.
You're just gonna sleep on the lawn tonight?
We really need to mow the lawn.
Yes, we do.
I saw the bunnies out hiding in the grass, and they were so cute.
Oh, bunnies.
Specializations, no. Abilities, focuses. Here we go. This is going to be a willpower test.
Okay, what kind?
Oh jeez.
God, we left the room, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it is a perception,
Okay.
a sensing test.
Oh.
Sensing?
Oh shit.
Sensing.
I had a feeling.
Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't have it, but sure.
Psionic perception.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
that's not a great roll.
I hate all these words you're saying.
You could burn fortune.
Your own fortune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I should do that. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I feel in danger right now.
Let's do that. Let's
Up
Yep.
the turn.
and that's a 20.
I can't believe I'm sitting here going, I missed the time when it was just gonna be we were gonna go get interrogated by our boss.
Best I can do is 13.
Well, you guys hit 10 on the tracker. What was that?
13.
13?
Mhm.
Oh, this is a weird face. I don't think I like it. Is he all
You're
haircut?
getting too... You felt her before, but now, like, there's a general, like, psionic signature that everyone has. Kind of like, if you put your hand by a very powerful cable, you can feel the electromagnetic disturbance, because even though we don't have the level that a shark might have, we all have the ability to kind of sense electromagnetic disturbances. This is why when houses are poorly wired, people feel like, ooh, a chill ran down my spine or something like that. That's the house must be haunted. No, you just have a terrible electrician. Listen, you got to know how to disprove it if you're going to find a way to prove it.
Yeah, EMF
So-
for years. Let's go.
I love you guys.
Shut up.
Go ghost hunting.
Nerd.
I don't like any of you.
Nerds.
The Sundari just got so strong.
Shut up. I'm trying to talk about science over here, you nerd.
Anyway, psionics.
Psionics.
Yeah.
Back to psionics.
Science.
So there's a general sense that you can have
Mhm.
of a presence,
Right.
that you're aware of, that you can
Mhm.
kind of feel.
Okay.
Right? And normally you can feel each person, and it's just kind of something that's in the background. What's weird is it feels like there's another person in the room, literally where she is, in the pod. Almost like a double exposure on a photograph.
Cool and good.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, we're running in a hallway. Look at this nice, safe hallway. Boop, boop, boop.
Remember in microgravity, so it's really more of a like push, push, jump, push.
This is
Oh,
fun.
crap, oh, crap,
As you
oh,
get to the airlock, make scene tests.
Oh, that's never good.
crap. Man, no, oh no.
Do you know what our perception's like?
Oh, this is great. The two of you.
14?
12.
Nothing that you can see.
This is fine.
Great, grab the
Safe.
pod.
Yeah, hop, hop.
Okay.
Hope this thing doesn't like explode or whatever. We gotta go.
What's I need Calamity and Eden's defenses.
15?
16.
A 15, you said?
Yeah.
As the two of you get over to the pod, you kind of grab the sides. It's microgravity, so it's more of getting the initial inertia to start it moving. Eden decides to get an arm inside, and from the inside of the top, push there while having a hand
Yeah,
on the other side of the
Makes
box.
sense.
As she reaches in, there's a moment where she feels like just a slight stab
Damn it,
across
Sable.
the arm. Let's go with another seeing test now that you've been slightly.
Do I take damage? No, that's worse. Okay.
You feel it though.
I'm having a mild flashback to our Saturday night.
Yep.
Hmm.
I got a 16.
14?
As you look down, the difficulty of this seeing test much easier.
Is it because I'm bleeding now?
Well, you're used to metal splinters. They don't usually wiggle though. As
God damn it.
the pillar that was the neural interface has started to open and kind of reach, and one of its spiny, multi-jointed, centipede-like appendages snapped off in your forearm and is now wiggling and starting to move in, and that's where we're going to take our break.
No.
In the airlock, where Calamity and Eden were attempting to move this amalgamation of 4 different technological advances from 4 different spacefaring cultures. Eden has a new addition to her forearm.
Ferdinand.
as it begins to wiggle its way and start to get further in to your forearm.
It's not moving up, right?
No, it's still like it's on it's sticking out of your forearm.
Yeah.
By a good like
Hey, I'm in. Put it down for a second. Can you help me with something for a
What?
minute?
Whoa!
I'm gonna. Okay, just grab it.
Grab it. I don't even like say anything. I just grab it.
Just yank. I don't care.
Yeah. I
Okay,
bring my
so-
against her arm and pull.
this thing is a little bit thinner than a pinky right now. So you're gonna try and grab onto it. Please roll me.
Done dumber shit.
Oh Jesus. A Dex
Yes.
and a sleight of hand check.
Okay, that I definitely don't have, but I have.
No,
my
we're
dex.
actually I want to see how fast you are. So it'll be Dex initiative.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's do this shit. Let's go, baby. Shit rolled like crap, but like it don't even matter. Look at
Jesus.
math.
Oh, that's reassuring for you.
It's like, oh no, I rolled an 11. That means I only get an 18.
Jesus.
You grow fast.
You get Calamity with the honed reflexes and perceptive capabilities of a fighter pilot that she is. Like a scene out of an old HK theater film, snaps and pulls the. There was a good 6 inches in your forearm
Holy shit.
that had bent and was curling in, and as she pulled it out, the skin. It was almost as if the outside of what you were pulling out was trying to hold on. If anybody who's ever removed a tick before has seen and felt that pull and pop as it pulled away, as the almost 10-inch long segmented spine twitches like a spider's limb detached from its body, still reacting to the nerve impulses left inside of it. It reaches for Calamity's own hands, where Calamity is going to have to make a
Uh-huh.
yeah, we'll have you make it another Dex initiative test.
Okay.
Maybe we could throw it and just let it run around the ship. We could shoot at it
No.
while it runs around the ship like a
I don't
No.
need to just shoot at it in my hand.
It's
It'll be a lot
not thick enough
faster.
to be a bot fly.
21.
21, okay.
That time I rolled good.
Yeah, we're in body horror departments right now, so everyone is warned. You're able to throw it, or at least release it, so that it's not directly... It was about to curl around and stab into the fleshy part of your hand in between your thumb and forefinger.
Right, yeah.
And index finger. But you're able to kind of flick it out of your hand, and it starts to float within the airlock and start to float towards the hallway leading into the rest of the ship.
Oh!
Bag.
Do we have any pouches of any kind?
Fuck it, I take off my shoe.
You have the other... There's multiple... Yeah, you have multiple wet dry vacs.
The vacuum!
Yeah. Yeah, and I go after this thing with the dry vac.
Because you took the canister off it and put a fresh one on.
Yeah, I charged it when you're done.
Well, all you needed to take was the canister with you, so you kind of like reattached it with a fresh canister, put it back on its port. You didn't just kind of let it float.
Just a concern. If it was able to wiggle through flesh, I don't know if that'll hold it, but go for it.
Watch me give a shit.
All right, so this will be a... Oh my god. Accuracy pistols test.
What's up, baby? Everything's coming up, Calamity. Let's go.
Calamity is right now being the most useful that she has ever been outside of a
Doing
pilot's
chores,
chair.
You know.
You're not wrong. It's the moment I was born for. That's only a 15 though.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. With sci-fi dustbuster in hand, Calamity kicks off the wall and floats Superman pose towards the the floating, spinning, twitching, insect-like Nemedian metal spine.
Ragnar can never see this.
I don't even want to see this thing. Jesus.
As soon as you catch it, all you can hear is
No,
as it's
don't-
shaking
oh.
inside the container.
Gotta keep moving the thing. Keep moving the thing. Oh fuck!
What
Fuck!
about
Fuck!
the
I hate this.
inside?
I hate this so much.
There's one.
The spines are still moving on the inside of the pod near Eden.
While Eden's holding on where the wound was of the rippled skin, she's gonna pull up the hand terminal and just as like a little bit of blood's floating by. Captain!
Oh fuck that! I'm gonna
As in the
kick
pod,
then.
she's still arched and her eyes are rolled back. The right eye is sinking in the socket as it becomes more black and more of the Nemedian metal starts spreading across her eye.
And she hasn't responded to me calling about her daughter or anything like that. She's not lucid in any way, shape, or form.
Not that you can see.
Fuck. I didn't want to do this. I reach over past Strom and I jettison the pod.
There is a quick moment where you can hear the seals opening, and then there is a pressurized tube rush. The sound of a mortar being fired out of its emplacement. That thoof, thoont, as this entire containment tube flies out into the void. The sensors going dead inside the medical.
Wait,
Yes, Eden?
yeah.
She like swats a little bit of the blood around.
Yeah, you can
Do
see
you
in
still
the
need the pod?
We don't have
'Cause
time for this crap. I'm
it's-
kicking the pod down the fucking corridor.
It's a little. It seems distraught.
It's alive?
She just makes a face at the hand terminal like, I don't.
it's still reaching, and the spines are getting longer.
So she like pans over and is like, she's giving you visual on it.
As you see
Jettison
your
it.
pilot, like, I'm sorry, what?
Get rid of it.
That's the last bit of proof we have.
Ragnar already jettisoned Dr.
What?
Siri.
I do
slam
not want
the vacuum into the pod and start shoving it back towards the airlock.
Oh, help.
I'll take strength tests from you two. Strength,
Uh-oh.
might.
I'm gonna roll some dice and add them together.
15?
7.
I need you to roll an extra stunt die and then take the lower. Calamity was not helpful to the point where she actually kind of got in the way.
So 15 would still be the lowest roll.
Oh, you rolled the same.
No, this would be higher, so I'm taking the lower roll.
Okay, so 15. As much as Calamity is like got a shoulder against it and is doing like almost like a doggy paddle in the air, Eden is able to with her broad shoulders is able to actually plant
Bullet.
magnetics to the ground with her boots and give it a good shove. Calamity almost going with it as it starts to flow towards the airlock in the microgravity.
So we're Question about footage. We're wearing our suits still, right?
Yes.
From earlier, so we're still getting footage of this
Yep.
recorded.
Yep.
Great. That was
It cut through your void suit, though.
Good to remember.
So your void suit is compromised.
Yeah.
You're void suited. Also, I am not. I discarded
Oh,
mine.
right. Okay, good to know. You're definitely compromised then. Okay.
Story of my life.
More time with Strom.
Oh, he's gonna be so unhappy about this.
Yeah, my only plan is to follow that thing down to the nanosecond it's on the other side of the inner airlock door. Just hit the boom cycle airlock button.
Well, I mean, if it's sealed from anything it can touch, then maybe we could still keep it. Look at it. I don't know. That's all we have left. Especially if the captain just spaced our recent alibi.
Are you two okay?
Calamity's not speaking. She is acting.
So
Running on pure instinct at this point. She was given an order.
it slams against the outer airlock door inside the airlock. And Calamity slams her fist into the airlock, interior airlock's cycle. And now kept within the small contained airlock is this pod where a aggressive fanfare of needle-like arms are starting to... Yes, kind of like sea urchin spines, reaching and grasping and gripping the sides.
Does it seem like it's able to get any, like, it's reaching, but it can't touch anything? It's not
Other than the
dislodging.
pod itself. So
Okay.
it's starting to grope at the pod itself.
Okay. Okay, so using her neural network, she's just gonna hold her arm. She's like, it's like texting across. We have it in the airlock. It doesn't seem to be able to move without assistance.
I am going to slap the cycle airlock button unless I'm stopped. Again, I was given an order to vent this thing.
And you're just like, and Calamity just spaced it.
Boom. The doors slide open on the outside, and with the small rush of air that was in there, here's the thing. Violent decompression is what causes the suction. When you have an airlock situation, there isn't enough air to cause that much vacuum. So the pod actually just kind of moves a couple of, like, maybe a meter before it bounces into the wall and kind of sits floating in the airlock.
Fuck. Are you okay?
Yeah, I need a new suit though.
Okay, shit. Fuck, we gotta get this thing out of the ship.
Why don't we just ask Zep to? Oh, we can't move. Fuck.
It's the only reason it's not just like shooting out of the airlock is because it's so heavy. A person is light enough that the air contained within an airlock, the vacuum force would pull a human out.
Patch.
I've got a really stupid idea.
I could just patch this up.
Oh, okay. That's better than my really stupid idea.
Save the stupid idea, because I'm sure it's only like, what, midday? In our day? Mid-cycle?
Yeah. Of the 26-hour day, it's around...
Yeah. So we always have the little kits, I remember, because that came up earlier, right? So she's gonna start sealing the part on her arm.
Okay, make a intelligence engineering test and repairing.
So the extra expertise that gives the
another +1.
Okay.
So focus goes from +2 to +3 if you have a specialty in that focus.
Ooh, okay, so up turn.
Okay, we're up to
Yes. I enjoy
18?
that. What was that?
18.
18?
I also have 6 stump points if I could use it for anything, but I don't think I can. It's repairing a fucking suit.
Calamity pulls out the strip of Flex Seal, slaps it on. She knows that she'd be able to ride that boat if required.
We're adults, and it says 18+. All right.
It takes you a moment using
Yeah.
the integrated repair kit on your belt.
Yeah. All right. So now that it's sealed, I can go in. I can push it out.
Okay, it's a marginally better plan than my really, really stupid plan. That's only really stupid. I'll have to go with it.
It could escalate.
So you close the outside airlock.
Yeah, we have to
So, yeah,
close it to
We
then
cycle it one way and
Yeah.
then cycle it again.
it like pulls up the full suit,
Okay. Presses the button. The helmet
slides
segments
up in
into
place.
place.
Thankfully, her hair's short enough
'Cause
that
our
it doesn't press awkwardly.
Because our imaginations have a bigger budget than Showtime and sci-fi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we just not?
We got
chill?
Dead Space money, motherfucker.
So yeah, you both of you, or no, just. Oh wait, you
Doesn't
don't
have
have
a suit.
Yeah,
Yes,
let me.
I don't have one. I took my suit off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
As
be there
the-
by the airlock hitting the button, but like,
As the interior airlock reopens, you notice that the spinal implant tower is a little bit taller,
Oh,
and you notice that the edges of the pod have been like scraped away.
in a normal hallway there'd be like a fire axe or something. Is there like some kind of something I can kind of like a
There's
a oar on a boat?
There's a fire suppression unit, fire extinguisher, that you might be able to use.
Are you looking for something more like
To
poke
nudge
it
it.
away?
Yeah, to give me a little more distance, like a pipe or something.
Big fire extinguisher.
Big one. Good. Cool.
Like, fire extinguishers tend to be like this big.
Okay, so
And even in a sci-fi setting, unless it's like some kind of like cryo beam,
Yeah.
you need chemical to create.
Calamity, pass me the fire
Yep.
extinguisher. Grabs it and like hugs it in and is
I'm
like,
not gonna
alright.
make you roll the throw check because that would just be
Aw.
it would just be me being greedy as a DM.
with
Eden,
an accuracy of 5, come at me.
Well, I'd have to see if Eden can catch
Yeah,
it.
Eden probably cannot catch
We
it.
need to see if Eden catches it in the face or not. So you now having the fire extinguisher. As you turn now, your attention was turned away for but a moment before you turn back, and you can see that now the interior, including the it's almost as if the concave has become a convex relief, as it almost looks like the back of something is starting to claw its way out of
Good.
the pod itself.
Yeah.
And as it rises up, the spine where the neural link was has kind of smoothed out. And those spines, those anemone-like spines, are much thicker now. As you'd wager 20 of them are now gripping the rest of the pod as this rounded, almost millipede-esque looking form starts to kind of crawl out of the interior of the pod, cannibalizing the material around it.
How I feel about bugs. Eden doesn't care about bugs, but Sandra, Jesus fuck nuts, man.
It's and it is made of the same Nemedian material for the most part. You're noticing that the material of the pod, the exterior, is starting to kind of form into its being.
There's like a hesitation on Eden's face where she looks a little blank, looks over her shoulder at Clown, and he's like, I don't think there's enough time for me to put my suit on. No, okay. Let me through. Hit the button and hit it real fucking fast.
Boom.
Mm.
Cycle the airlock.
The airlock cycles. There's a small rush, and again, the pod just barely moves. Eden needs to make a Dex freefall test.
I have magnets!
Okay, yeah, you had magnets. You were standing on the deck. Okay.
Let the death come for me in another moment.
Then it'll be a strength might test
String, okay.
as you were pulled towards it.
It's gonna be a no for me.
And I need you to test initiative. As now,
Hmm.
anybody who wanted to go into that direction can.
Yeah. As soon as I ejected, I'm immediately going into, and I heard there was issues. I'm going towards.
There was
airlock.
blood literally floating past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a blood in the hallway right now still floating because it wasn't collected.
We were using the vacuum for other things.
And as you get to the airlock door, you can see through the viewfinder, as well as anybody who wants to access the airlock cameras can see this. The pod almost has like a millipede crawling out of it that, like it had been eating its own cocoon.
That's so cool. Oh, the silkworms. Face worms.
Yep.
God, I'm so happy I told her not to sit in that.
I said, hook me up, and here we are. Wishmaster.
Master, apprentice, warrior, sorry.
I love you.
Got fucking
Just
Nightwish
went
stuck in my head.
Across the table in horrible ways. Eden armed with a fire extinguisher.
Can't you just use it to like it off the ship?
We're just
Hope that the momentum.
Several spines fly out in rapid
Oh,
succession,
fuck!
reaching for Eden. As it rears back, and you can see its underside is a churning. You'd think they were gears at first impression, but it's actually more of the spines just gripping onto each other in a vertical mouth rimmed with these undulating, slicing, blade-like teeth.
Initiative, right?
I already rolled the attack for the ambush round. Now roll initiative.
Okay, yeah. Initiative is just the 3d6.
As
and
everyone
you're-
watches
okay,
from
yeah.
the from the exterior.
There's nothing I can do from the side.
Hey, she decided to solo this one.
I thought there was a time involved.
Oh, I've still got an idea.
Okay.
This is what happens when one person isn't paying attention and they go into the boss instance at the end of the
The door closes
fucking
behind-
thing, and the
yeah.
door closes, and the rest of the party is like, seriously?
we
I'm
also
gonna
had,
take this dragon.
I mean, we also
and you're
had,
gonna watch.
we also had a kind of similar experience.
I
on
could have
Saturday a few
taken that
days.
dragon.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, dragon. Alright.
What do we roll again?
I could have taken it.
It's your dex, unless you haven't. No, so it's just your dex.
Okay, so D6 and Dex. Okay.
Are we all rolling initiative? I thought it was just.
You can all roll initiative
Okay.
if you want. Your actions outside of the airlock are limited, but you can. I can still let you take them
It's
if you
roster
wish.
system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to try doing the initiative czar thing now?
Sure. I got a 12. What did you
12.
get? 12.
My mod would be a 4.
Wait, what?
What's your mod?
My mod?
Yeah.
Like
Actually, you can't up the turn on initiative
2.
checks,
Alright,
right?
so technically mine would
Okay.
be before yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know. That's gonna be a 21.
Woo!
Oh, baby. What about
Holy
you?
shit, that beats me. I got a 19.
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Okay, I got a move.
I rolled a
And-
6, a 6, and a 5.
That'll fucking do, yeah.
It's close to being on brand.
Alright, and where should I place the creature?
An 11.
Oh, wow, we're all faster than it.
Mm. Huh.
You said we both got 12.
It's a newborn.
Mhm.
A baby!
Yeah, it's about to be a corpse.
You know how I feel about babies.
It's a replicator millipede baby.
I'm gonna call it Millie.
Oh, that's the name of like 5 of my MMO characters.
Don't go naming it.
You cannot keep it.
Yeah, only one of us is potentially getting attached, so I would name it.
That was a really bad. Oh.
So here's something I will point out though, is a quick physics thing. You're talking about couldn't you just blow it out with the
Yeah.
with the fucking fire
Would it
extinguisher?
have enough?
Think
Mm.
about it the other direction. Put the fire extinguisher against it, and then fire off the nozzle. Thrust.
You would have to break off the knowing enough as you do about engineering. You couldn't just open the valve because it's meant for a controlled release. You'd have to literally snap the valve off. So that would be a strength test of its own.
I don't really know what kind of like threshold that would be.
It would be strength might. I'm not going to tell you exactly.
Yeah, I have a +3 in strength, so
Yeah, it's the
You
thing.
don't
Is
have
I
might?
don't know if that's within your
No.
capabilities.
I
but-
have heavy weapons if the fire extinguisher counts as a heavy
Wait, hang on. Do you have a
weapon.
gun on you?
Do the
You
void
could
suits have?
shoot a fucking hole in this thing.
Yeah, just because you're out in a void
Oh,
suit doesn't
cool.
mean
I
you
was
don't have your
assuming I didn't have
sidearm
a
on
gun
you.
on me. Oh, okay, cool. I have 2 weapons now.
Of all the people on the bridge crew, Worf always had a phaser.
Okay, good.
It's true.
Yeah.
I assumed that was your kind of vibe. Calamity had her pistol on her.
True. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Standard loadout.
Normally,
This is an open carry ship. We respect the Second Amendment around these
oh my
parts of the
God.
space.
Eden's a rifle kind of girl. I don't think she even like. You don't want to see it with
I do.
this so
Sorry,
small,
sorry.
like big Yahweh hands. I
Do as I
can't.
say, not as my characters do, please.
Sorry.
My views do not in any way reflect who Calamity is as a human being. And just because she sleeps with a gun next to her, that's not me.
So like
We have the
physics-wise-
ability to separate fantasy and
Yes.
reality here, folks.
So-
Having a firm grip on this capability will stop you from becoming a fascist asshole like some character you make.
Would the rifle be better physics-wise than the fire extinguisher?
Just shooting the pod? Probably not.
Yeah.
Make a intelligence
It's gonna be a +2. in
science test.
Yeah, that's a big,
Science. She
uh,
blinded me with a fire extinguisher.
15?
You'd possibly be able to, if you were able to secure it, you might be able to make it smile for you, you son of a bitch.
Jaws.
I'm
It's a
blanking out,
Jaws
sorry.
reference.
The very end of Jaws.
I can always
It's-
trust
Put
Fox
the
to get my
Shoots the rifle
references. You could throw, you could probably, if you could get the fire extinguisher to be held on
and
the
then
thing,
hit the fire
connected to
extinguisher,
it, you
yeah.
could then cause enough.
So if I
of a
use the fire extinguisher almost like a shield, so if it goes to grab at my arm, maybe it'll grab the
you
fire
could attempt for
extinguisher.
that.
Yeah. All right. So, assuming this doesn't blow up in my face,
This
Eden's
is going to be an interesting interaction because it's going to try to attack you, and you're trying to let it hit you, but not hit you so much so that it actually hits
Yeah.
you, but it hits the fire
yeah.
extinguisher.
So she's using the fire extinguisher as almost like a shield, and is trying to like lead it that way.
Okay. Okay.
Is this fighting? Am I fighting?
Everyone else still has roster initiatives before it goes.
Mm-hmm.
the outside door is open. Inner door is closed.
Yes.
Not a lot we can do on this side.
You could advise me.
Unless you
I-
make a... You could make either a tech or engineering test.
Open?
Open. I will allow this because this is a level of knowledge that I believe somebody in the setting would have. You don't have a spacefaring set of people that don't understand the concepts of airlocks.
If 12
Yeah.
succeeds, I have stun points.
A 12 can succeed.
Okay, I have 4 stun points. So, if possible, an aha.
Okay. You know that there are multiple bulkhead shutoffs for when hull breaches happen and you need to section off areas into compartments. You could shut the bulkhead behind you, thus compartmentalizing the corridor you're in and releasing the inner airlock, creating a full open airlock and turning this part of the hallway into another section of the airlock.
Calamity doesn't have a void suit.
That's the only issue. in
But that was still
plan.
half my plan. That's the first half of my plan.
Well,
What's a
hold on. How was that the first half if you still don't have a void suit?
I'll get by.
No, you won't.
No, that's not how science works.
I'll be fine.
What?
Void exposure takes like a minute before it really starts fucking you. And that's if you're jettisoned out into the void. If you're within,
Exactly.
if you have
I don't
shelter,
like this at all.
you're exposed, but you have shelter.
What's your constitution?
Like 2.
Let's not
I got
worry about it.
constitution. I got stamina.
Let's not ask too many questions. The
I'm
question.
occupied. You know what? That's your fucking problem to deal with.
I'm gonna turn to Calamity, get a void suit, and I'm gonna slam the bulkhead button to get rid the bulkhead off this area because the two airlocks are
Okay,
on the sides.
then you would have to take the action after Calamity because there's the only other void suits are in the airlock.
Yipperino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's why I
either
have to go
Calamity-
past this thing to get the void suit. Believe me, this is the
Pokepod.
first thing
So
I thought about.
there's two airlocks on either side, and there's void suits within each airlock. Calamity would have to go get a void suit. Would either have to go towards the current airlock that's an issue, or cross ship to the opposite airlock. So you're in the port airlock right now. Calamity would have to go to the starboard airlock, get a void suit, and then come back before the bulkhead dropped, which could take a couple turns, possibly up to 3. Or if you drop the bulkhead now, open it, Calamity could get a helmet from the void suits to give basically a emergency mantle, but without the rest of the void suit. Now, what that does,
Sort of like a Star-Lord situation.
what that does is it's not a
Kinda,
pressure. It does not pressurize you as a individual. So you are still going to deal with void
ears are gonna pop.
exposure. You're still going to deal with void exposure, not your ears. Your veins in your hands are going to deal with that pressure exposure, but you will be able to breathe, and you won't deal with the immediate. Because void exposure has short, immediate threat, and then we'll call it long threat because it's within a minute. But the immediate problem is inability to breathe and lung decompression. That's the big issue. So cutting off your orifices of your the main orifices at the top, you actually create. Actually, the best advice anybody could be given is to clench your butt cheeks so that your rear sphincter is as sealed as possible to create a pressure system. I mean, this is the actual science.
Yeah,
Clench
and
your
as a
butt.
voidborn, I would be aware of that.
Yes.
Like, clench your
Considering how
ass.
much time I spend in a pilot's chair, no, Calamity's fully aware of the risks here. But yes,
So it's doable without getting into the finer details. I could have a fun little science chat about void exposure, but we're going to stick to just if you put a helmet on, you could probably last, I'd give you at least 5 combat turns of no specific rolling stamina before we start getting to void exposure penalties.
Okay.
With just the helmet.
I'm going to turn to Calamity, clench, and pass off my helmet to Calamity
Wait,
and hit the bulkhead.
Oh.
Because I'll go get another one. You're better with a gun.
And she has free fall.
And I do have free fall.
As a Voidborn, she's actually very good in 0G.
The best decision I could make. And I'm going to hit the bulkhead to basically seal off the area we're in.
All right. I would like Calamity to make a dexterity. It's quickness again, so I'm gonna go with initiative because there's no real athletics test.
Reflexes.
There's no
It's-
reflexes. It's just
Initiative would be your reflexes.
initiative.
really.
I look at as the reflexes
Yes.
skill. So dex initiative to catch this as you get Booker catch a helmet floating towards you.
only much less racist. I rolled a 5, so 12.
12.
12.
Oh God.
2, 2, and a 1.
Calamity, as Ragna hits the button for the collar, pulls off the crescent piece from her void suit, floats it across. Calamity just gets her hands around it before the bulkhead snaps shut. And there's an extra burst of air and pull. And now I need Calamity to make a freefall test. Because Calamity took off her boots.
Good. They're sitting in a vent. This is still mostly my plan. This is most of the plan I had, so I'm into this. Freefall is what?
Dex freefall.
Dex freefall.
From the med bay.
Oh.
You stayed there?
I didn't follow.
Oh, I thought you came along.
You're just watching on TV, like.
Uh-oh.
I was with Strom. Once like the feed came up of the camera view of inside the room, I'm just like, I'm glad I told her not to sit in that. And then it was kind of just like sticking with Strom. I didn't realize she was.
Oh
just
no!
like,
When I made the offer of anybody who wants to come along at this point, it was an open offer to literally both of you to enter the scene. If you didn't realize that, that's fine. You can say that you're in the hallway. That's fine. But if you want to have him remain in med bay trying to figure out what the fuck was happening with her, that makes sense character-wise too. You could probably check the past
security cams to see it go into her skin to figure out why there was blood in the hallway.
I mean, I feel like as a player, it would be much more beneficial for me to be there with you guys. But I feel like
meta choices aren't always bad. Sometimes you need to make meta choices to make the narrative work.
We'll be totally okay with you there trying to figure out what the hell is happening.
Also, yeah, also, I don't want you to exclude yourself from a scene if you don't want to be excluded.
Yeah.
These are DM skills, everybody.
It's true. It's factual. Get your players involved.
It's up to you.
But follow your heart either way. Like,
I trust you guys not to die right now. So, Galloway will still be in the medbay room.
Okay.
Watching over things with Strom.
Looks into hallway with Eden and Calamity fighting a monster. I trust you guys not to die.
You know,
right now.
Eden's actually been perfectly normal this week. I'm sure she's got it.
No.
They just had therapy sessions. They should be well within their mental health parameters to take care of this.
I rolled
Does
a
Calamity
16.
talking to Eden count as therapy?
All right. Bulkhead slam shut. You can feel when these bulkheads drop in the whole ship. It is a heavy bulkhead that is half the thickness of the external hull, which is pretty fucking thick on any spacefaring vessel. This is not the Lem where it's like 2 fucking inches of metal. That shit was built with tinfoil and bubblegum, I swear. Anyway, we're getting into real deep science nerd shit today, folks. This is the most Expanse-like episode we have had. I just want to point out. This is the least anime and the most Expanse we've been. So, the bulkhead slams. Everyone can feel the shunk as the heavy metal slams together and cuts off that part of the hallway. The interior airlock opens. There is a burst of air. What did Calamity get on her Dex freefall test?
16.
Realizing that is Eden is Calamity a barefoot or a sock person in boots?
Sock.
Okay. Noticing that trying to do the heel click onto the floor, you slam your socked heel into the metal. You have a moment of, uh-oh. Before you're able to throw yourself against one of the hull braces. Now, in a lot of ships, if you go below decks, this is a thing in all submarines, the braces around the ship and where a lot of bulkheads line up, there are these like 2-foot metal
protrusions.
Protrusions. That's what I was
If you've
thinking
ever
of.
watched Star Wars, any of the TV shows, and somebody's ducking behind something for cover fire in a hallway,
One of the
those
Mhm.
things.
One of the best things I ever saw was when I was actually watching the SpaceX launch on the ISS. They have bars along the walls and the floor for people to put their feet under to right themselves, like little handlebars.
There are some really cool designs. Those don't really get used as much because of the magnetic development in this universe, or in this setting, so to speak. But those protrusions in between area walls, Calamity's able to throw her shoulder into it, and as the whoosh of the decompression happens, she slams into a corner, holding on to the collar for the helmet. You have to take your the next turn immediately if you don't want to possibly,
Suffocate.
Totally, and I'm just pulling that thing on my head as all the air is being blown that way.
slapping it around your neck, pressing the button. It extends further down because it doesn't have the suit to integrate with. It creates an emergency seal that goes just under the breast line.
Okay.
Like almost in line with where the sternum ends at the rib cage.
Okay.
Cuts across, comes up the back, along the shoulder blades.
Like a sports bra.
Yeah,
Kinda.
kind of like a sports bra. And connects up behind on the neck, and it travels down far enough so that it wouldn't restrict your shoulders.
Okay.
The helmet flips up as normal, and you immediately feel... I don't know if you've ever had that feeling of popping your ears when in a plane, but over your entire body.
Unpleasant.
So ear popping, but your anus.
Oh God.
Don't
Anus
Google
should not pop.
anus popping.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google that.
Don't Google anus popping.
Stay away. Don't. Don't.
The more you know.
And you can't unsee.
Won't get.
On your, so that's, we'll say that was your movement. Is there any other action you want to take?
Okay, so that security wall essentially dropped, and then we've still got open. The airlock is open to the void.
You're looking at open space right now, and Eden is in between. To your left, Eden is in between you and the now crawling millipede-like Nemedian thing.
Okay. Then, like, honestly, I just... God, part of me wants to line up a shot, and part of me just wants to scream at her. Just get that thing inside of its fucking mouth!
You can do a conditional action, where you set up a condition to take the action, kind of like a Overwatch kind of a deal.
Okay, yeah, totally, actually. I would love to hold my action for, like, yeah, if you can get that thing inside of... Get the fucking...
So
fire extinguisher, what I'm looking for.
A conditional held action.
Yeah.
Cool. So the second the fire extinguisher goes into its clutches, Calamity's going to pull the trigger. Cool. That's your action for the turn.
Just, like, hanging on with one arm and, like, looking around the other side with the gun, just like...
So you should still have two, because you said the millipede was at the end of the initiative roster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just calling it the millipede for now, for easy reference.
So after the surprise round,
I could draw this thing. That'd be cool.
After the surprise round, we started with Ragna, who did the airlock maneuver.
It's you and I.
Okay, so then just us.
I would suggest maybe having me try first, unless you had an idea, only so that if I fail, maybe if you had a secondary backup plan.
I'm in the med bay, so go for whatever you're planning.
Unless you could research something that would help me with what I'm doing.
As Galloway is like looking at the airlock through the airlock cam.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you can like see from the pod now that it's kind of been shipped, like
Consumed?
morphed and like transformed into this millipede as it's kind of inverted out of it? To help give any like other insight into this thing?
You can make an intelligence science test.
Okay.
I realized I did the tattoos on my neck to look like the crescent that goes on the neck for the thing, and I'm just
That's
like,
actually where that's some of those marks. Early
follow that here too.
early technology, they kind of singed the throat, leaving marks around the collar of the neck. So Brandfod started tattooing themselves there with it to show difference. They're not belters.
Delta Loda.
17.
17? There seems to be a almost Hamon-like line where materials seem to be meeting, where Nemedian structure and Nemedian metal is no longer Nemedium, if you're going to call it a metal of any kind, merges with the materials that were used for the rest of the pod to help camouflage it. And there might be structural weaknesses there.
Okay. It's just gonna like quickly type out to like everyone else in the
Group chat.
ship. Yeah. It's like,
I'm gonna hit up the group chat.
All the time to be sliding
You
into
just
my
have
DMs.
comms. You just have comms.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody
like-
has a helmet / hand terminal that feeds to an earpiece. You've all got. You can talk to each other.
It looks like maybe I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't get like a full grasp of.
So, do you know what a Hamon is?
no.
On a katana, do you know the wave where the two metals, the soft and the hardened steel, meet
Okay. On the blade of the sword.
on the blade, that almost rainbow-like ripple?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the Hamon. That's where the two different types of steel that are used in the creation of a. I'm such a
I only
fucking
know
nerd.
because I'm a weeb.
The
Yeah,
metal.
same.
Actually, yeah, this is a weeb thing.
This is a
Guilty.
weeb
The
knowledge.
metallurgy of katanas
Yeah,
is not
I learned it
just
from anime.
science. That's just anime knowledge.
I learned it from a comic book.
Go watch Kenshin. Anyway, guilty.
Oh yeah.
The Batosai.
So that line
Mm-hmm.
is the secret of a katana's durability, because the hardened metal of the edge and the soft metal of the spine allow it to bend
Mm.
so that it's a little bit stronger.
Okay, so that style, that Hammond is interlaced. Is it part of the creature, or is it just interlaced from within the pod?
It's
between-
the same thing now.
It's the same thing now.
There's
it
not a
seems like
pod and a
Okay,
creature.
right. Okay.
it seems like the creature is actually forming itself from parts of the pod.
Wait.
In this strange, like it's literally breaking down the matter of the pod and integrating it into a new form.
Okay. All right.
So if you point out that area,
Yeah.
it might be
It's a
able.
flowing organic transformer at this point.
Wherever it's like getting its pieces from together, try hitting it there. It looks like that might be a weak spot on it.
Can you give me a visual?
Yeah, if it looks wavy.
You could send a picture.
That's a little too frantic
Really?
right now for that. Yeah.
Fair.
We're talking about
You're looking at it more closely than I am.
in this situation. This is combat. That's about all the time he has
fair.
on his turn
Combat,
to
yeah.
shout that to you. Actually, being like, "Hold on, let me get it."
Which is also happening as the captain is throwing me a thing, a door's dropping, and like
Yeah,
you're
while
like
it's happening
this thing's
right
going
past him, like-
"Rah!" in your face.
All of a sudden, just
You know what? I think.
Hit it in the way you did.
enhance.
Listen, Eden's got a
Enhance.
rolling plan, and she very rarely has to type, so I think she's sometimes an asshole about that to you guys. It's fine. It's canonized now.
She
Alright.
just assumes everyone knows how to type that fast.
That's
I
what I
can't
got.
respond at all.
No, it's the hand terminal and earpieces. So
I know, but I'm holding my breath. I need to get a helmet still.
true. So yeah, you need to keep your mouth cinching your nose, keeping your mouth closed, and only opening your eyes when you have to is the best way to keep pressure right now.
Yep.
Right.
And I've done this before.
Otherwise, just start looking like Arnold at the end of fucking Total Recall.
You didn't even finish the sentence, and I knew exactly where you were going with that one.
It's a beautiful gift.
Oh, gosh.
Alright, well-
Great.
That's what
It's up
that's
to
what
you,
memories are. Mental gifts. Why did I even fucking say that?
I'm writing that.
I referred to a mental image as a gift.
Please put that
That's
That makes it for tonight.
Wow. Our
Mhm.
All right, what's gonna be
Right.
the plan?
That's right.
I still respect you, Conry. It's okay.
I don't know if that quite matches get a cake stain on your trans box, but
You keep saying it. Like it's okay to say.
it's a sentence that happened, Fox.
It happened.
It happened.
It happened twice.
I am writing you keep saying it to that quote originally.
All right.
Right, so here.
The 21st? I'm sorry. I have to call out JS right now. Normally I don't pay attention too much to chat. The 21st? 21st. First.
The 21st.
I apologize if English is your second language. I just realized we have a lot of international viewers and I might have just been a real dick.
Wow.
Sweet Christ, Cassandra, roll some dice or do something.
Yeah, alright, Eden.
Flush this conversation out the airlock, please.
I take that back. I apologize. That was rude of me. You're French. I appreciate
Klug,
Klug! Saving my horribleness.
Yeah, just everyone. Thank you, Klug. Distract them. Distract them.
Tension.
Oh.
I'm a Samurai X fan personally. Tension's really different for me. Not a fan. It's too lighthearted. Anyway.
Thank you, Klug, for throwing in those gift subs.
Yeah.
All right.
Eden. So she has the fucking fire extinguisher, and when it's moving, she's trying to like lead it so that when it goes to like grasp at her, she's trying to like block with the fire hydrant to give it to it. Right?
Okay, like I said, this is going to be a complicated thing because
it's probably more dex than.
Normally, your defense represents your ability to not want to be hit.
I know.
And normally you roll an attack if you want to hit something. But in this situation, you want to be hit by something that's trying to hit you. But in a specific place.
Yeah, but like there's a big ass fire hydrant, so
I'm gonna make you are
Sensor.
essentially giving yourself defenseless for this turn.
Okay.
But
That makes sense.
I'm going to have you make a check. A hard test.
I don't know difficulties in this game.
Yeah.
This isn't what I can
So
do.
your target number is a 15.
Ah, I'm fucked.
Well, what depends on
To
what
have
you
it hit you in a specific place.
Is it heavy weapons fighting?
No, this
Okay.
will be a... Actually, yes. Yes, your knowledge of a fight, and it is a heavy melee
I
weapon.
am leading a target, right?
Yeah, I'm actually from a stat like system perspective and logic, that is sound.
Hell yeah, get in there,
So-
fuck them up.
Fighting heavy weapons.
It would be 12, or I up this. So I'm at 19. Yeah, I'm upping it. Hold on.
TN was 15.
Yeah, so if I'm at I rolled a 3, 3, and a 1. If I need to hit the target number, can someone help me with
You're
math?
at a 12. You need 3 more. You're going to need to change that 3 to a 6.
Okay. So
Then you're at 15.
Thank you.
And your fortune is now at 13. But
Up
I
the
cannot
chart.
heal.
No, I'm at 15.
15?
Right? Wait, 19.
No, the number you hit is 15.
Ah, yep, sorry,
But your
13.
fortune is now at 13.
Alright, so now I'm at that 15.
Okay. Setting up the extinguisher to cover a part of your torso. Its spines don't follow what you'd expect from an attacking creature, because most times when an arm comes at you, you know the range of an attack based on the length of the arm. You know where the arm is going to end, you know where the range of the attack is. It's almost as if there's more arm within the millipede as it swings out at you. Its body doesn't move, but its range extends. More knuckles popping out of its carapace underneath the shell.
Oh, God.
And
We don't talk about that shield.
let me see. Let me have it attack appropriately then.
Could really use my shield of masochism today.
Shield of
just
masochism!
saying. Someone wants to volunteer.
So it doesn't. It makes the normal test because you still have to test. It's an easy test to hit a defenseless target.
Mm-hmm.
So it still had to roll a 9. It does.
Okay.
Arms swing forward, and Eden is able to intercede with the fire extinguisher, you can feel on the outside of the void suit as the spines brush against your forearm, and it grips onto it and pulls it in, pulling it towards that undulating knife exchange.
Am I able
that
to
it
actually
is,
like
that is its mouth.
push it? Oh, like as it's taking it, like actually push it into it?
You're in microgravity?
Yeah, there's probably. Well,
It's
I
a
mean,
little difficult, and you probably wouldn't give that much extra oomph to it anyway, considering its weight. Right now, it's barely floating. It's just bouncing around because of all the decompression that's been happening, but it's almost rotating as well in the airlock as it's further pulling more, and you're starting to see it's becoming, it's pinching off at like a waist as the bottom portion starts to become more of a bottom thorax, and the back line of it almost looks like a pair of beetle's wings. So it's like a millipede beetle centaur.
I hate how fast it's doing
In
this.
metal.
I'm not a fan of how quickly it's doing
There's
this.
almost a constant rolling sound of as if somebody was pouring bolts and nuts down a sheet of steel, but you had pillows over your ears.
Oh, wow, okay.
ugh.
I know it's a very strange particular description, but that's kind of what it sounds like. It's that sound of falling metal bolts and
Someone please light this thing the fuck up.
that
I would love to see that very thing.
Yeah, your held action.
I do. That would pop off right about now.
Yeah, she probably screamed that
Welcome
over
everybody
calls,
who
too.
just showed up to this wonderful nightmare creature.
Yeah, no, we're talking about pinching off and puckering. It's just a great time here.
No, that's a good description of that same sound, but like if you were underwater.
Ooh.
I'm pouring it underwater.
Yeah, I hate it. Thanks.
So it is now.
Yeah.
It is now having it's pulling the fire extinguisher in. The teeth of its vertical, where you would call a head, where it seems like a row of what look like sensor portions are being arrayed, kind of like a set of eyes just underneath the edge of the horseshoe crab like helm.
I hate this.
This kabuto type helm. It goes almost the entirety of its vertical portion. We're talking almost 1.5 meters tall, undulating teeth mouth. As the fire extinguisher gets pulled in, its greedy Nemedian metal claws pulling at it. We have our conditional go off.
Yeah, I was gonna sleep tonight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just imagine we get that POV shot of all the audio dropping out, like inside of Calamity's helmet, just like looking down the barrel of the gun, and we just hear like we hear the inhale sound like over like a heartbeat, an exhale, and then there's just a muzzle flash. Oh man!
Burn something.
You could
to go up to explosives. We're gonna go with grenades for now.
Okay, so that's only a 14, which I don't love.
As we go all D-dark here with explosives. That's a reference just for Fox.
Explosive. Anyway, sorry. I'm not gonna talk about friggin' Street Fighter EX right now. So
we're going deep. Deep in the references tonight.
So unbelievably deep. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We're spending another 6 points. Make this shit happen. Turn that into a 6.
Up the churn.
How much?
Pick up the churn.
6.
You spent 6.
So now Calamity's at an 18.
Okay.
Correct. Hopefully an 18 does it. I'm also at an 18 on my fortune. What a coincidence.
Twinsies.
Yay, same hat. I hope I don't die.
Oh no, I'm at 13. I'm not actually matching you.
Oh.
I ruined it all. I meant like your dice. And...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you. This is an 18, that's an 18. It's just a wonderful.
Beautiful.
18s all around. Everything's
Yeah.
great.
I'd
We're all
love an
fine
18.
here now.
I'm pleased to be an 18.
Palmer's looking at something for a very long time, and I'm getting very worried as he looks up explosion rules.
Yeah.
Oh, I got him.
I'm
Okay,
gonna take
cool.
this fucking explosion to the chest.
I was making sure what the radius of these.
Yeah.
It's a 2-meter radius.
I
You're
know.
close enough. If you're in melee with it, you're within blast radius of this thing.
Yup. It's fine. It's not the first time.
At least it'll be blasting you towards us. Oh, wait, my eyes are closed.
Yeah, this is a good thing. It'll blow her further into the ship and this thing further out.
So,
I'm just
what'd you roll to
watching
hit?
from the camera.
18.
That'll hit.
Oh,
I need you
God.
to roll damage.
Oh, God, right.
But I'm going to have
Damage.
you roll the damage for the explosion.
Hurt me.
Because you hit it enough that it will spark the explosive... Not really a decompression. It's just an explosion.
Would it be? Because I figured it would be under whatever's in there is under an
Yeah,
immense amount of pressure.
explosive depressurization.
Explosive.
Okay, well, if I'm
depressurization.
rolling that, what am I rolling?
It's a 3d6 explosion.
Okie doke.
It's
It
fine.
is. I've got 3 die 6.
He's gonna take a nap, and then you don't have to worry about the actual interrogation and her hitting them because she'll be sleeping through it in a pod.
5 plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9.
9.
9.
9. Do I take the 9?
9.
Yeah.
Minus 9. I am currently at 4.
Okay.
The force of the explosion, though, is enough to give it a push out of its... out of the airlock
Christ.
as it starts to float in 0G. Out into the void.
That's not gonna bite us in the ass later.
Top of the initiative. Who's going first?
So how far out is this from the ship now? Like distance-wise?
It maybe is about 5 meters off the port bow from the airlock.
Okay, so still pretty too close.
It's still
That's
pretty.
not
It's still
comfortable.
pretty
Okay.
fucking close.
Doesn't
Okay,
feel good.
okay.
You
I-
could
I
shoot
had
it
an
and get
idea.
it away further.
I had an idea, but
Yeah.
I'll wait for it. It's too close.
But it is the top of the initiative now. Also, hold on 1 second. Have to double check something here. Under general equipment, void suits.
General equipment reporting in.
Easy to repair.
My
But I
best
call my
material, I
strap on.
admit.
There is something for void suit tears.
I'm gonna go up a sec.
You know what? I'm gonna make things interesting.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
love it.
I'm gonna spend 2 fatal points.
Oh no!
Mm.
Oh no!
Ooh.
And how much damage did you take?
I took 9. I'm at 4 total.
You didn't soak any?
Oh, I forgot to do that. I'm sorry, I've been taking so much fortune damage. 9, so I would take 7.
That's still 2 point. That's still okay. So you only had 2 points of armor, technically.
Yeah, I'm not in any kind of, unless the void's
That was the armor you were wearing is the general padded
Yeah,
around the ship armor that you tend to wear.
yeah. So I'm at 6.
So I'm gonna spend 2 fatal points to cause a suit tear.
I mean, she did just patch that. It's probably not that great.
So we're gonna go ahead and have that happen. So you're gonna have to make a Dex initiative test to see if. Well, on your turn you can attempt
Okay.
to repair it.
Okay.
But it's the top of the initiative. Who's taking the initiative?
Would you care to shoot it to get it further away? Do you want to shoot it again?
I mean, I could shoot it again. I don't know if that's enough impact force to actually move this thing further away.
Yeah, we already-
My thinking.
This is true.
We couldn't, because I offered to do it when I was closer with the rifle, and he said that
Yeah.
wasn't going to be enough.
My thinking is more honestly to close the damn airlock so that thing is out there. Even if it's on the skin of our ship, I've got another terrible idea to deal with that.
Plus, then you holding your breath would be less of an issue, and the
there's
tears
also
in the
that,
suit
you
would
know.
also be
Yeah,
not an
you
issue.
Get
with-
air back into the.
Yeah.
Because
hole.
this one I'll go ahead and tip my hand on. Point of order, we have giant robots.
We also
So-
have like PDAs and shit,
The
right?
PDC. Yeah, I was thinking about the PDCs. If,
Yeah.
if it got far
sorry.
enough away.
Thanks.
Not that kind of show.
No.
Isn't it though? I mean,
Yeah, we could use the
Could get
Get a
some
cake-
cake stain on
get a
your.
cake stand.
Oh,
Oh
God
yeah,
damn
I'm a
it.
what again?
Yeah.
on your transbox. What?
Yeah. Oh, now you're implicated. Congratulations.
Anytime,
Mm.
anywhere. Tell me when.
Gonna quietly disassociate.
So yeah, like unless Eden has something immediately to do, my thought is that Calamity is going to reach over and hit the outer airlock control
You're
and
gonna
just
have
shut the damn door.
you're gonna have to free fall out to the outer airlock control.
Totally happy to do it.
Make
Let's
a dex
go.
free fall test.
Doing it. Blow me out this fucking spaceship. Let's go. Oh
Ru-
shit. Oh
Up
no
the
no
turn?
no 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 no.
Oh,
no
no.
no no. Oh no 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 no. I
See,
gotta
the
do quick math.
the issue here is that when you activated the bulkhead and you segmented off this section, it kind of kills most of the controls
Makes sense.
Mhm.
from this area.
Okay. Okay. We're
so-
gonna burn a little fortune.
Calamity would have to get to the manual lever release to shut the
Sick.
external airlock. You know, a safety measure.
Or I could go.
Well, you're on the other side of the wall is the problem. Okay.
No,
She's
wait,
actually
what-
closer.
I'm closer.
No.
Oh, you are?
Oh.
Calamity's closer because she
Yeah.
flew into that thing.
Oh, that's right.
You were able to
Yeah.
keep your place by the bulkhead that you dropped
With your boots.
because you had mag boots. Somebody threw their boots off in a
Petty-
rather petty,
I did it as a
immature
prank.
gesture.
I'm gonna make his room smell bad because he inverted the controls on my ship, which is insane. I'm just gonna spend some more fucking fortune. Because 11 seems really low, so let's get bigger than
Yes,
11.
yeah.
Let's go to
What's your lowest die?
a 1. So we've got a lot of overhead here.
But is that not
You
the
can get
drama
yourself
die?
up to a 15.
Yeah, which is God.
Better.
15
It
seems
is. It's a lot
safer.
better. It's another 6. So I mean, Jesus, that puts me at
Well,
15 spent. Yeah, fuck it, doing it.
All right.
Yeah, turning a 1 into a 6. So yeah, 6 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 16.
17.
Wow, that turn tracker really cooks when you guys get into situations.
Yeah, so it's just like as soon as I see that thing starting to go, it's like just letting myself go around the friggin' beam that I'm kind of like latched onto and just like kicking off and like with both hands, like I like drop the gun to like try and make sure absolutely I get to that handle.
As you kick off, you release the gun, and you land both. You got up to a 15, you said?
16.
A 16, yeah. You land both feet on either side, orientated in such a way that you are, if somebody were standing on the deck, you would be standing on the wall,
I'm on the wall,
90 degrees,
grabbing the little.
grabbing the release, the mag release, the manual magnetic release for the exterior hull, so that the airlock doors slam shut, and just as you pull that, you see your pistol float out the door, following it as the airlock slams.
Easy come, easy go.
We got
With
more.
the pressure, with the door shut, pressure can be reinitiated, but technically this is still void sealed. You have to open the bulkhead from the other side. So next turn,
I'm going to attempt to float over and get a helmet from the airlock.
you would be floating away from the panel that could open up.
Oh, okay.
Because you were the one, the last thing you did, take off collar, throw, slam button.
Okay. And as
Yes.
as I'm squinting, standing there trying to keep my eyes open as little as possible due to training, I know not to open my eyes wide. I'm going to hit the release on the bulkhead to repressurize the area.
All right. I'll let it happen. There's nothing really to be gained by making this a roll.
Just
So
making us panic more. It's fine.
I mean, literally, if only to make the churn go up, I could do it. But instead, I'm just going to allow this narrative moment as really just knowing her way around a ship.
It's my ship.
Also, having just slammed her hand on that button, Ragna is able to, after hearing the explosion, after hearing the airlock, the exterior airlock shut, and the chatter between everybody, Ragna feels confident to shut the, to open the internal bulkhead, slams the button again. All the lights.
That's gonna slip if you don't like.
So the bulkhead slams back shut.
Just nudge it upward again. It'll
Slams
fly.
open.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay, we have to take some glue to that
There you
one.
go. You're good.
We never did that one because you said it was fine.
Well, it's fine. Look. Didn't fall.
Damn it, the ship's coming apart. You're the engine. I'm gonna get Alexi to fix that.
Wait, I don't do anything?
You can give her orders to fix
No,
shit.
I know.
She's your subordinate.
She's also an imaginary character. I don't know that she can fix that.
Yeah, I don't know if her influences so far.
I'll have to put on a wig. Get like 6-inch like club boots.
God, I got them
Stilts.
upstairs.
Anyway.
We're not dying.
Yeah, as our characters are near death.
all of you feel the rush. Calamity feels the pressure reasserting itself into the chamber.
Oh, that's a weird sensation.
Your sphincter releasing. Not evacuating, just releasing. No longer tense.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Matter of opinion.
With Bradford instincts, Ragna knows immediately when it's okay to open her eyes and breathe and taking a deep breath again. And Eden,
She's slowly squatting down.
feel it as the tears. You can feel the air through the tears in your void suit.
Ooh.
Nothing punctured your flesh, but there was a good, like, torso shadow of the explosive elements that went right around your torso. Like, the way it ruptured, it must have ruptured on a seam right in front of your torso so that it split to either side.
She's literally just squatted
A
down,
credit to
arms on either
Calamity's
side.
aim.
Stay here now.
There's a brief beat, and then you just hear through the muffled helmet the cacophonous, hysterical laughter of Calamity, who's just laughing so hard right now.
Is it possible for me to get on comms?
Yes.
I'm gonna get on comms to Zep. Please fire PDCs at the object that just left the airlock.
Are you... yes, Captain. You can hear the PDCs deploying, the mechanics sliding these massive Vulcan cannons that fire... I think it's 80mm rounds?
It'd be about right.
Mm.
Somewhere between 60 and 80.
Yeah, 80mm rounds are a cannon round that fires from the M252 mortar. Give you an idea.
Big bullet.
Big bullets. But it fires them in a Vulcan style. So so PDCs go brr and I'll let you roll for them.
What am I rolling? 3?
Accuracy gunnery. That's a 3d6 plus 6.
18.
That'll hit. PDC damage is... Oh, that's handy. I didn't have to look that up in the book.
I was about to say, is that thing even on the same scale as this ship? Usually it just turns everything at our size into
Oh yeah,
salsa.
no. This is a tier 1 thing. Yeah, right. Got you.
Yeah.
Got a
I got
point.
scared, actually, a little bit,
Got a
'cause-
point
No.
there.
Fox started to clench at that point of like, wait, can this thing take PDC damage?
Yeah. As
No.
I watched The Expanse. I've seen things take things. I got.
Actually,
About to go fucking scramble in Morgana. Fuck this
target
shit.
number is 10 plus the ship. Oh, it has a defense rating for this. What did you roll again?
18.
Oh no.
As he fires, you're not able to see what's going on unless you're standing right up against the exterior bulkhead, looking out the view of the thin, transparent steel viewfinder. As the PDCs churn and the stream of bullets flow towards this millipede Nemedian monstrosity, you see it vent like a shuttle adjusting attitude.
Fuck off. No.
It twists and dodges the first volley of rounds as the last bit of the coffin pod-like container is fully integrated into what it finally has become, as it starts to oddly, where it has almost thrusters on it right now. Its spindly arms pulling in, and where the thrusters hit are where the clouds would sit on a Chinese dragon, as it's bend, as it's shaped almost like one, as it twists to dodge the rounds. And over comms you get, Captain, you said to fire at it. I assumed it was a piece of space trash that needed to be removed. I did not know it was going to be a mobile piece of space trash. Give me a second. If you would. Make one more attack.
Oh, that's better. +6, you said?
+6.
21.
21. This time, the rounds home in, and tear into this thing. From what you saw, the explosion from the canister really didn't affect it. These rounds are so large and carry so much kinetic force with them that even a Dominion Marine in full power armor, Terminator class power armor, would be juice before these rounds. And that is exactly what happens as you see it turn into space dust. It's bits of metal flying into the void.
Core Station's not going to be very happy with open firing, right?
Galloway wants, because he's still with the screens and with Strom, he's gonna start pulling up some of like the exterior cams of the chain. He wants to see if we can still see where we jettisoned Dr. Siri, if anything's happened to that pod since
It's been a few
Trajectory.
moments, and the ejection is forceful, so it's kind of cruising. Still on sensors, though.
Okay, has there been any developments with it?
Make a... Since you're in the medical, you can access a command console from certain terminals, and the medical being a command terminal area, you can access the external sensors from where you are. Please make a sensors test, intelligence plus sensors.
16.
You can see it got jettisoned out pretty far. It's just off sensors right now. It's far enough away that you know that you'd have to turn and burn hard to catch up with it. Its momentum only, its inertia only increasing. It's just that, well, just as it's about to reach sensor limits, you see it adjust course. And then it vanishes into the void.
Cool and good. Cool and good. Hey, Aiden, you dead?
As she's still sitting squat on the floor, arms to like to chest and fetal, like pulls her hand. Yes! Puts her head back into her hands, like.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and put my.
Skipper, you dead?
Oh, I'm pretty good. Good catch.
All right.
The fuck was that?
I don't know, but whatever you did well to get rid of it. I appreciate it, and we need to get you inside and looked at, taken care of. You took a pretty big hit. I'm gonna use my Inspire.
Oh, okay. All right. Make the test, please. It's a leadership test. Communication, what?
No, this is the once per combat thing I can do. I can give someone 1d6 plus my communication in fortune back.
Oh, there's no test. You just give it. Okay.
Oh, sick.
So you get 5 back, but it's 5 of what you originally couldn't heal.
Because that skill is natural to the Expanse system. I'm not bringing it over from Modern Age, which is the
It doesn't get nerfed.
fancy magic stuff. It doesn't need to be nerfed.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm back to 11 now. Just slowly bring
I'm at
yourself.
12.
Oh, we match almost again.
When you were at
High
4?
five! Psh, ow!
No.
I was gonna say, it's like, I legitimately, like, I push off the wall and I float over, and I've got my hand out for a high five from both of my teammates.
She like gets up to her legs and just,
Yes!
you did good shot.
Where
We
the
are the best.
fuck did you put your shoes?
With momentum, she is actually rotating, floating away while spinning.
As I turn, my socked feet come up.
And that's when I just go, where the fuck did you put your shoes?
Oh, wow. Yeah, Zeb's gonna be pissed.
Why does Zep have your shoes?
It's a long story. Well, it's a short story. It's a surprise, too.
Always just gonna turn it.
I'm gonna get everyone inside and close the inner airlock.
Clunks along behind Ragnar, just like.
Always just gonna like turn and look at Strawman's like. I know how you feel. I know. I feel your pain. I know how you feel.
Oh fuck! Is he gonna let me in? Eden like stops for a second in the hall and looks down at her arm, and then looks over to Calamity. Do you think I should probably tell him that.
I got it out of there. It's fine. You're fine.
Strom turns to Galloway. Looking back and forth. Takes like one step forward. That was good work. Turns away. Walks over and starts getting the medical recliners ready.
Galloway's will join him, and as he's getting stuff prepared for a quarantine again, as we prepare in the med bay for.
So void
crew's
suits
arrival.
are back up and full going for the medical team. And the med doors slide open, and Los Three Amigos
Oh yeah, we look great. I think we just look
Float in.
fantastic right now.
All 3 of us had void exposure.
Yeah, you guys are rough.
Strom just looks up. There's... Wherever you're going to lie down is fine. And he
Eden
points
slowly
to the
just
3.
sits back down on the floor and just feetles again.
On the couch!
Oh, come on! She just angrily just gets back up and she's like, fuck! And then plops back onto one of the couches.
Once,
She needs tranquilizers.
once,
Like, the
They're
thing to
called
get my helmet
stims.
off.
They're in my bag.
I need a drink, so
Once everyone's in the med bay, like Galloway's just gonna like give everyone a bit like a.
I will let everyone take a breather recovery right now.
Oh, I was gonna use my
You can still do that too.
Oh, okay.
Everyone gets a breather. Well,
It
remember,
won't heal fortune damage.
locked fortune damage.
yeah.
I think that's all we have right now.
You
honestly.
only get.
I have no injuries. It's all
You
just
can only
from
recover
fortune.
5 or 7. You can only recover 7 from him. 5 could have been recovered from me. But
Yeah, I got the 5 from you.
So you have 2 left that can still be recovered through ionics.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
little bit.
remind me again how the short breather works.
A breather, as breathers do. It should be in the combat section.
I believe it's a D6 plus your level plus your constitution.
I do believe that might be it.
That's what my notes say at the very least.
Yeah. Yep, D6 plus your level plus your constitution bonus.
Which means I pulled back a hot 13 of the 15 I'm missing. God damn.
Ooh.
See, I'm basically unkillable.
We're basically gods.
Oh god.
Yeah, D6 con plus level.
So
Nobody can prove that I can die.
So you're up to 25 fortune now.
Yeah, I'm at 25 fortune.
Okay.
I am at 24.
I'm
You're-
still a 4.
Nobody can
You got up
prove
to
it.
24.
There go. I'm probably immortal.
You're not gonna like how we prove it.
Sound logic.
Yeah.
Unassailable logic.
So back to 32.
It's the
Eden's like
third
totally-
most exciting thing I've ever
I don't
done.
have to-
Oh, what do you have?
27 is my max.
Oh, I was looking at myself.
Like pulling
Oh,
out
I should roll
parts
for my
of
own breather. Oh wait, no, I
the
can't.
vacuum sealer from the wound from
Oh, no.
before.
I can for this kind.
You're not doing shit.
Oh.
Strom is doing it
Sorry,
if
what-
Galloway isn't already.
1d6.
Oh, 26.
Obviously, since everybody else is mostly dealing with just
Plus
slight
your level,
void
which is
exposure, you're the
Oh.
one that's dealing with
Plus
the
your
most
constitution.
active wounds.
Okay, so I'm back up to full then.
Tiddly
Especially-
bits beneath the flesh.
Yeah, especially the pieces that were too big for the self-sealant inside the void suits to cover.
Yeah.
He's checking for abrasions and cuts.
Yeah.
He's also doing full-on contamination scans.
Yeah. Make sure nothing got released into the bloodstream when that thing wiggled around.
I'm gonna spend some fatal points.
I don't. Says sentence. Ooh, I'm gonna spend fatal points. Oh.
I spent 3.
I realized I lifted the wrong one.
Is that empty?
Yeah.
Oh.
I lifted it and wasn't.
At least you didn't punch yourself. I often leave empty cups around and I go to pick them up forgetting, thinking that there's a full liquid, but time's
just-
funny.
You
and
get over
yeah.
enthusiastic and slam yourself in the face.
Honey, no.
Yeah. That's when you're in work mode and you're like, what time is it? Oh no.
It's time to take a shower. I actually get on the the internal comms. It's just like, hey, Issa, you want to do me like a huge favor?
I just finished baking bread.
Oh, that's rad. Okay, bread is great, and I love you so much. But if you could go into my quarters, and behind my bed, there's a loose panel in the wall. Inside that panel is a bottle of something I'm not supposed to have.
Contraband, you would say?
Could you bring that to?
Is it from offshore contraband?
Some more gourd juice.
Is it a blue-tinged whiskey, maybe?
Oh, please be a blue tinged whiskey of offshore contraband.
Uh,
Oh my god.
yeah. And she's, okay. I'll have to wait until Strom or Galloway releases quarantine protocol. I'll do my best. I just realized she's supposed to have a different accent. I was doing the Alexia voice.
It's fine. Just put the whole bottle inside the bread.
I don't have to smuggle it into you. You do
No,
realize.
no. I'll have both at once. It's health food that way.
I
Thanks.
could,
You're
I
gem.
could make a
You're
rum
gem.
cake, possibly.
Rum cake.
So she heads off to go take care of that.
So what's those 3 fatal points doing?
I'll get there.
Oh god.
So, the 5 of you now, 3 of you on the beds, and the 2 taking care of them, sit. Zep comes on comms as you are being tended to / tending to. Says, Captain, I do have a slight bit of urgent news for you. It seems that a pair of Tuathan Phoenix Knights are on their way to escort us personally to the station. They were going to just send a tow ship, but when we open fire into open space, there seems to be a little bit of concern as to our state. What would you like me to tell them is the current malfunction now? The manifold was one thing, random functioning PDCs is another.
It's fine. I'll just go scramble. Okay, getting up.
No.
Doing this.
Oh god,
Calamity.
Are we getting in?
No. We're gonna have to face him eventually.
They're just escorting us to the station. We don't need to make it. We don't need to get ourselves in more trouble than we're already kind of in.
Kind of.
Did Alexia get the information out to Melchior? I'm not going anywhere until we have a backup, a safety net. I'm not gonna get fucked again.
I mean, Alexia's been busy trying to fix the part
then I'm
of
not
the
going
ship.
fucking anywhere until she starts
Well,
angrily getting from the med bag.
Nope, stay. You wanted to lay down in that thing.
I wanted to lay on the floor.
Hey,
It was
Alexia,
cold.
you on the line?
Yeah? What's up?
Awesome. Do me a huge favor. If you could just drop whatever you're doing and make sure that that message gets sent to Melchior. Yeah, Melchior. You're doing us a huge favor on not.
Well,
yeah.
Two things.
Okay.
I might have taken it upon myself to already send it,
Oh, perfect. Love the initiative. You are going to go far in this company.
and which is good because I wouldn't want to drop this.
You should definitely put that back, or otherwise where it goes and repair it.
Next site containment rods are very fragile.
Okay, yeah, you gotta get. Okay, I'm gonna. Bye now.
Just imagine basically holding the in-universe equivalent of a uranium rod and just being like, shoulder phone. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, bye.
Oh my
The old
god.
Homer Simpson.
I get on the comms to Zep. Let him know we will be glad to come along with them when they get here. And we'll give full explanations as to what happened once we're on the Agora station.
I guess it'll be part of that debriefing.
Yep.
Galloway, make a medicine test.
19.
Okay. As Calamity checks external sensors and sees the 2 bright orange and red Tuathan elegant knight apexes
I could take them.
with avian style thruster wing ports, wing-like attachments.
Fuck.
They arrive escorting a tow ship, far less majestic.
Oh, they
It's
skipped
kind of a
bunch.
Brandfod special, if we were gonna call it anything.
Oh, it's a rectangle.
Big Mac box with thrusters on it.
Thanks.
1940s toolbox with a
Yeah.
pack of gum on the back.
Yep.
Listen, it's how we put our shit together, alright? What else we got?
Defying all logic and physics, it's still going through space.
As a Brandfod, I'm offended. Also called out.
How you got into space with diesel engines, I will respect but never understand.
We don't have a planet anymore.
That is not an explanation.
Make do with what we got.
As the two of you are looking at this on sensors, obviously, Galloway is given pause, as he has to think of a way to inform Eden that in her toxicology there is a 40 no, I'm sorry, a 0.1 presence of US1 and N3. Those are in ppms, by the way. Parts per million.
Nerd. I love you for it.
And that is where we are going to end tonight's game.
Oh shit.
It's fine. It's fine.
I needed to spend the points to do it. I have been the Connery. With me has been from afar.
A terrible mistake. I mean Fox.
And in the flesh.
Cake.
Just Kevin.
Cassandra.
Thank you, everyone who has hung out with us tonight. We hope to see you again really soon. Remember to hit follow if you enjoyed what you were watching. Subscribe if you want to support the channel. And until we see you again, which is hopefully Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, remember to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.